Thursday, the latest Todd McShay mock draft fresh off another top 10 picks pro day. We'll tell you what we saw from Jamar Chase in his first action in over a year. Thursday morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin on ESPN Radio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need to take on that oil change. It's easier than you think. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 synthetic high-mileage motor oil, an STP air filter, and an STP extended life oil filter for just $36.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So the weather is just all over the place lately, right? One day it's hot, and the next day it's windy for a while. It's like, make up your mind already. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com, Babbel.com.
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 small business insurance. The policy has no fine print. It's clear what's covered. So while you can't see the following scene, just know that this pet store is protected by 3.
Joe, did you leave the snake tank open?
Look, I don't want to point fingers, but yes.
It's biting me. Sorry, sir. I'm calling my lawyer.
They're going to need some help with this mess. Luckily, they have 3. No fine print, just exceptional coverage. 3 is a product of Berkshire Hathaway Direct Insurance Company. 3, no nonsense, just common sense.
Hey, it's Cuz. Listen, spring training isn't just for ball players. You could also get into shape before the warmer weather. Yeah. It only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's contractually guaranteed program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it all for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? You're fully monitored by their certified staff, and you'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in 40 days, contractually guaranteed with NJ Diet. Located close by in Princeton and Cherry Hill. You don't leave your house. NJ Diet, also available nationwide with live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Oh, it is opening day. In more ways than one. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Appreciate you getting up early with us. Appreciate every one of you that fires up that app every day. Like while you're shaving, getting dressed for work, taking it with you all the time because you have a radio right in the palm of your hand. We really appreciate you. Those who get in early on twitch.tv and YouTube, we love you too. And, of course, those listening on the radio or using Alexa. We appreciate all the Alexa listeners too. That's how I listen back in the apartment. But it's opening day, and we've been waiting for it. Waiting for it a long time. Get out of the car this morning, and Bob, first thing out of his mouth is exactly what I'm thinking. Boy, it feels like opening day, doesn't it? Windy and rainy, and they say it's going to change as the day goes on. So hopefully we will have a nice afternoon for the Phillies opener. But where we get started here in the 6 o'clock hour, brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White here for the pro. Every once in a while, I listen to Bob Cooney. No, seriously, Bob, I do. I listen.
I appreciate that.
Every once in a while. And I love his idea of waking up and trying to focus on one positive thought each morning. I think it's a great just sort of exercise, and it's something that I've needed to do during the course of this year, so I think it's a neat new thing. So that was something I decided today. That's what we're going to try to do. It's a beautiful day despite the weather, and it's opening day. It's a fresh start. It's 0-0. It's a day for positivity. But I ask you all, how long can we all go without having an invasive thought? The nagging doubt that sticks in your head. I'm not talking about a BS session either with the fan base. How long could we talk about the Phillies just focusing on the positive? So we all seem to agree around this show and around this room that this team will probably have a winning record. So let's focus a little bit on how they get there. So except when Jeff Francoeur joins us this morning at 7:40, and before the Ricky Bo Hour begins at 9, how long can we stay positive on the 2021 Phillies? I'd say $5 goes on the table from the person who isn't positive, and then if somebody else becomes not positive, then they put down $5. My guess is we can find enough things to believe in about a team that we think is going to be a winning team. But we need your help all morning long, too. The thought that your Bob Cooney thought of the morning, you can share it with us at 610-632-0975. If you're a Phillies fan waking up on opening day and you've got the positive thing that's going to carry you through, we'd love to hear from you, inserting yourself into the conversation all day long today with those positive thoughts at 610-632-0975. And that's where we begin on the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, and Pat Egan. See, Bob, you lost. I told you I listened to you. So I decided it's April 1st today. I decided now for the rest of the year, I'm going to wake up every day. I'm going to try to do what you do when the water from the shower hits my head. So that's how I'm going to remember it. Because I always have to give myself something to remember.
Okay.
So when the water in the shower from my Bradford White water heater, when the water hits me, it's that positive thought. It will remind me what's my positive thought of the day.
He's telling you he's thinking about you in the shower.
And my positive thought of the day was today.
I took it that way, too.
My positive thought of the day was that this is my first opening day home as a Phillies fan since 1994.
Yeah.
And to me, that's really exciting. That's really exciting because it's something that has been a habit for me. It's something that is part of my routine. To go to games, to hang out, and just as a fan, I love it. And that was my positive thought this morning, is that anytime I want to, I can immerse myself in the Phillies. Putting on the radio, putting on the TV, not having to go through an app.
Yeah.
So that was my positive thought today as we get started.
Yeah, my positive. I love this. As I said earlier this week, this is one of my favorite days of the year, opening day. And it is. It should all be about positivity. Now, there have been years with the Phillies that you start the season and it's, oh, God, I got to go through this. This isn't one of them.
No, it's not.
And it's hope more than anything. I don't think, you said that we all have outlooks that they'll have a winning record this year.
Which is just 82 wins,
sure.
by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're all there, right? I'm not assuming on anybody.
No, I think 81.5 is the over-under that we went over last night. I take the over on that. And the hope is that you make the playoffs. I love these type of seasons.
By the way, the playoffs will be 5.
Yes.
It passed the time.
Oh, they finally decided?
No. It just passed the time when they had the opportunity to make the change. That expired.
So it's 5 only because of the expiration
What
date.
the hell's their problem? Because they never came. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
What the hell? So it's 5. So you only got 2 wild cards, and that might be bad news.
It could be, but my most exciting thing is Alec Boehm. I just can't wait to watch him this year. I can't wait to see what he really is this year. That's my excitement for the Phillies.
Yeah, Alec Boehm is certainly pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to Nola and Wheeler. A guy like Zach Eflin is going to kind of decide what he is as a major leaguer. It's nice to have Real Muto back. Not that I ever really thought he was going to leave, but the fact that he's back is fun. But Alec Boehm is what I'm most excited about too. It's going to be a really fun year. I mean, this lineup, 1 through 8, and tinkering, and how you get. I'm excited to see the lineup today. Like when the lineup card comes out at probably 1 o'clock, 1:30, whatever it may be. I'm excited to see what it is because we don't really know, and there's a lot of fun possibilities with this lineup. There's some versatile hitters, and then the season's all going to come down to can starting pitching stay healthy, and can the bullpen not soil themselves on a nightly basis.
Did you hear Joe Girardi yesterday with Mike Missinelli, Pat? Did you get to hear any of that?
I missed it.
Joe Girardi yesterday was, first of all, for everybody who tells you that, my brother's a high school coach, and then you hear Joe Girardi. Joe Girardi was spectacular yesterday with Mike Missinelli.
He's a good talker.
He is he's also a good manager, successful guy at his job. He seemed to be very, very, I don't want to say very, very positive, but there was a quiet confidence about him that he likes his team.
Good.
Quiet confidence. Is yours quiet? Is your confidence quiet? Is your confidence mildly loud?
Mildly loud, because this division's so good. So I think the team's going to be drastically improved because of their bullpen. I mean, Bob's laid it out. If you lower 3 runs, which is a lot,
that'd be huge.
Yeah, your bullpen is a mediocre bullpen at that point. So I think they're going to be really improved. But
now watch the butt. You might get $5. Positivity.
I like the team.
Positivity.
I like the team. I like
Positivity. You don't want to put up $5.
607.
Because this will be. He didn't do it though. He stopped himself.
The opposite.
No, you stopped him. He didn't stop himself.
I stopped.
I don't have $5, Bob. So back off.
The idea
Let's make it a quarter.
The idea of the positive. Joe Girardi yesterday. And by the way, again, if you didn't get to hear it with Mike Missinelli yesterday, it was excellent. And Joe Girardi, I would take it, Bob, a quiet confidence yesterday. I heard a guy who likes his team. He wasn't overselling his team.
Yeah.
He was certainly addressing things that he needs to see to believe in.
Yeah, and
very honest assessment.
Yeah, well, and one of the keys, John, is the excitement that you showed about Alec Boehm yesterday. I love it. And
I'm a believer.
Yeah. And so I think that's what keeps Girardi level-headed is, well, I can't get too hyped because I am relying on basically he is considered a second-year player, but basically a first-time, full-time third baseman. He's got to be big for them this year. He's got to be really good for them this year. So we were talking about it yesterday about you're not going to get power numbers from left field and center field.
Or potentially first base.
Exactly. So that puts I don't want to say pressure, but that puts a lot of focus on Alec Boehm.
Yeah, and that is one of the things I sensed a little apprehension with Joe's expecting more out of Reese.
We better.
Yes.
We better get more. If they want to have any shot at one of these 5 playoff teams, you need Reese to look. We all know he's got a great understanding of the strike zone. We know he can get on base. We know he's an intelligent hitter. We need some pop.
There you go. Some of the positivity, and we want yours too at 610-632-0975. Did you know that NJ Diet contractually guarantees that you can lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days? And they're now offering live online video consultations. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or go to njdiet.com. Chuck joins us from his shower this morning. Chuck, I love the idea you're on the Fanatic.
Sweet.
And welcome to opening day, Chuck.
Good morning, everybody. It's opening day. And look, a lot of people at the station know, but some people don't, but go Braves.
You're a Braves guy, eh, Chuck? Really?
I grew up a Braves fan. My grandfather was a professor at Georgia for a little while. My dad lived in Athens, and I grew up a Braves fan. I never was actually a Philadelphia sports fan until 2000. And then I kind of gave up baseball with the strike. I didn't give it up, but when Chipper Jones and all them kind of left, I kind of left with baseball too. And I became a Cuz calls me a 3-for-4 fan.
So you're 3 for 4.
And he actually did a trivia thing with me on the air because he wasn't happy when he found out. But he did a trivia thing and did some Braves trivia stuff, and I answered all the questions like Steve Avery and all that kind of stuff.
So you weren't the Fugazi?
No.
See,
I'm
so
a
that's
real
what
Braves fan. I've been a Braves fan since 1980.
Well, you're still welcome. I mean, we're not banning, right? I mean, come on, Jeff.
No, I don't.
I wish you all the worst this season, Chuck.
I don't call him Raz. Yeah, I know the Philadelphia love, and I don't call him Raz and stuff like that. So
there you go.
I'm a huge Frenchie fan. I love Frenchie.
He'll be on today. He'll be on today at 7:40, and
I'm looking forward to it.
We appreciate it, Chuck, and enjoy your day in the shower. How's it going, Bob? I'll show you here what I texted last night to the. Read the blue up top on that text that I sent to. No, you can read it out loud. You can share it with the audience.
See it.
What, you can't read. Your eyes are bad. His eyes are bad on that one. Just read the top blue one.
Send nudes.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. I wish you good health and much success in 2021 as your team secures that top wild card berth. Next time you come to Philly, I hope I can see you.
There you go. That's Alex Anthopoulos, the Braves general manager. As I texted him, good health. Every one of my friends in baseball last night got a text. And as I said to Anthopoulos, I wish your team good health and good luck as you secure the top wild card spots. Because hopefully we will be seeing the Phillies.
I wish that was reality.
Putting some pain. It could happen.
It certainly could, but
it could happen. I mean, come on, it could happen.
Yeah, it could.
We've seen weirder things.
Yeah,
I put
positivity, James.
That's why we like sports.
Here's what I would tell you.
Sports.
Bob. It's more in our wheelhouse than these guys. The most unlikely opening day that turned into the greatest season of enjoyment that I ever had in baseball was '93. Because that team was not expected to be that team was expected to be maybe 500.
That team got no hit their last spring training game. Think about that.
Yeah.
1993, last game, they got no hit.
Game 6.
Yeah, game 6
of the World Series. And that is to me, an incredible thing that season was supposed to start with. That season started with zero expectation.
They were in last place the year before, yeah.
And then all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most incredible starts to a year ever. It was like monumental. Like first 40 games, I think they won like 28.
Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy start.
They went out to a crazy number. And I remember Mike Missinelli, I believe it was Mike Missinelli and Steve Fredericks, potentially at the time.
Could have been, yeah.
Doing a magic number in April. That was their gig. And they did it as a joke. And then it's May. And it was June. And it was like, wait a minute, this is really going to happen. This is going to happen. This team would be much more. This team has much more than that team had.
Yeah, if you were going into a season and you weighed both teams, you're looking at 93, and this one, it wouldn't even be comparable.
No,
not even comparable.
This team is so much better than the 93
Are any guys on the team this year coming back with some vitamins, some greenies?
They all did.
Yeah.
Because that was really...
Yeah, but he got sent to the minors.
That's like the biggest farce of my childhood.
Dykstra put on 41 pounds in one off season.
It's funny.
Something like that.
As a kid, I had no idea. And now you look back on it and you're just like, oh.
You really had no idea?
No, because it wasn't until McGuire Sosa where I started realizing something was up.
Well, it's funny. Funny, the Major League Baseball writers had the same thing. They had the amnesia, too.
Yeah.
You know, all of them that are now virtue signaling.
Yeah,
how appalled they are with the cheaters.
I was 12.
They never knew.
So I didn't really know.
They never wrote about it. They never, said, you know what, we need to look into this. We need to have
It didn't become until McGuire and Sosa.
It's amazing. They didn't think they just thought these guys were working out hard.
I remember the great Ted Solari, who, Jamie, covered high school high school sports for us at the Daily News. Yeah. But he was also a second Phillies guy for us. He would cover a lot of Phillies for us. So he went to opening day. He comes back to the office, and I said, what'd you think? He goes, my God, did you see Lenny Dykstra? I said, yeah, did you? He goes, oh, yeah, I went over to his locker. He was sitting there, and I asked him how he got so big. He was popping pimples on his chest saying, great vitamins, dude.
Oh, my God, popping pimples.
That's where Ted Solari started, and it was a year-long hate of that 1993
I would tell you that having to collect sound from that team, which back in the day meant you collected sound with a microphone and a Marantz. Do you know what a Marantz is? Bob probably knows what a Marantz is. You may have had.
I've seen the company name.
A Marantz was a giant tape recorder.
Like a briefcase looking thing?
It was like square like this, and it was heavy.
Yeah.
And it had a giant strap on it, be over your shoulder, hooked to a microphone, and you went with a cassette tape and got sound of players talking. Then you went back to the station, and you cut it up so it could get on the air. And that's what you had. That 93 team, there was more back knee.
Oh, I bet.
In that room than you've ever seen at any local gym in your life.
Yeah, but there was no Proactive back in the day, so.
Oh, but you can't put Proactive on your back, can you?
Well,
you scrub your back with it? I thought that was for your face.
You got to understand, the pores, they get clogged with those jerseys. I believe they were using wool at the time, John.
Yeah, they weighed like 5 pounds.
Yeah, and that heat coming off the turf from the vet, it makes sense.
93, if I'm not mistaken, was the debut of the new jerseys, too.
Yes, it was. There's no
It's when
no
they went to
question
the
about
new
it.
uniforms, too. That year, it was crazy. And I had 30-some games in the half-season ticket package with right over the left field wall, 2 sections over. So third section in. So there were 2 other sections to the foul pole. First row over the wall.
Nice.
And that was a great view. It was a great view. And little did we know we were going on the ride of our lives. That was an amazing year.
I was at opening day, and I was at game 6 when they beat Maddox to get to the World Series.
Unbelievable.
That was phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
That was fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
You want to get in with us, 610-632-0975. It's the Sixers and the Cavs tonight, right here on The Fanatic. In the linchpin, youth sometimes leads to success.
The linchpin.
Yeah, I was curious last night. The Flyers signed Savior, Anointed One, the greatest defenseman to ever grace the ice, Cam York. I'm kidding because it irks John. But they did sign.
The fans were out in force last night, though.
Hey, it's fresh blood. That's all I'm concerned about.
Get him up here. They need him. I'm like, okay, you never learn your lesson.
It had me thinking. They signed him to the 3-year contract, Cam York, out of the University of Michigan. Had me thinking, all right, which youth in town is going to be most important to their team's success? And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking like kind of next 3 years. Let's put like because Cam's not going to be here just yet. So let's project a little bit. Let's go 3 years. I have 4 guys, one from each team.
Oh.
And I'm curious where you guys go on this. So 1 for the Flyers, I have Cam York because they need defensive help in a bad way.
Carter Hart.
Carter Hart, no question.
Well, yeah.
Carter Hart's the guy.
Yeah, but he's not the one I put in my list.
I know. But I'm saying Carter Hart should be on your list because Cam York can't stop the puck from getting in the net.
Number 2, Spencer Howard. Number 3, Shake Milton.
Wow.
And number 4, Jalen Reagor.
I like Matisse Thybulle.
He's not on my list.
Would be on my list for the Sixers.
Are you asking us our list, or are you just giving us...
No, I'm giving you these 4 names, and which one of these 4 is most important to their team's overall success?
I thought you were asking us to give 4.
I don't like the premise of his list.
Yeah, I don't like... Wait,
but
give me the 4 again.
Cam York, Spencer Howard, Shake Milton, Jalen Reagor.
Spencer Howard.
Most important to the future. I got to go Reagor, I guess.
Patrick?
I would go with Spencer Howard.
If Spencer Howard doesn't work...
Who was yours, James?
I think it's Spencer Howard.
If he doesn't work out...
Okay.
If he doesn't work out...
They got nothing.
It could set you back a year.
They got nothing as far as arms.
Yeah. Positivity.
Yeah, they need a top of the rotation guy.
He's going to be fine. Spencer Howard. That's why I didn't have him on my list.
Guess what, though? By the way, I actually... because I'm never going to project what the injury situation, because I'm not a doctor and I don't know it. I'm sort of optimistic on him.
So am I.
If you're talking about being a middle of the rotation guy, I think he can be a top 3 starter.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to Ricky Bo today about him.
I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
There's some conflicting...
Sure. And the reason I didn't put Carter Hart on this list is because if I put Carter Hart on here, He's the obvious answer.
See, I think this time next year we could be talking about Carter Hart being totally fine.
Yeah.
And saying, what the hell was that about?
But like Shake Milton is about to be in a pretty massive role on this team that has NBA Finals aspirations. So that's why I put him in there. Jalen Reagor, obviously, with the high draft capital he was taken with, has to produce.
And are we all leaning towards Reagor? That we think this time next year when we're talking about it, going, man, he really took a step up?
He's going to be a slot receiver, according to word in there, and I think that makes a lot of sense. It's funny they didn't draft Justin Jefferson because they thought he was a slot receiver. And
might be my bold prediction. Jalen Reagor is going to be a big surprise this season.
There you go. Let's hope that works. Hey, big news after 10 years tonight. You got to be watching NBC's Law & Order. Organized crime. Stabler is coming home.
Nice.
And watch the lovely Kelly Giddish on Law & Order SVU in the crossover event.
Stabler.
Christopher Maloney returns tonight in Law & Order Organized Crime, premiering after SVU in a Law & Order crossover event tonight on NBC. Good luck with that to the whole gang. Optimism on opening day. 610-632-0975. We're trying to find no intrusive thoughts today. It's a new term that I've heard about and learned about. No intrusive thoughts today. Everything's positive.
Never too old to learn, John.
See how long we can do it. By the way, the Fanatic 500 cash contest begins Monday. You're listening at 8:10, noon, 2, 4, 6, and 8 for your chance to win $500 fast. Thanks to Parks Casino Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook partner of the Real Philly Fan. You got to be 21. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And be careful today because it is April Fool's Day. So you got chumleys out there trying to trick you all day long. So be prepared. You never know what might happen. Coming up, your all-time Phillies lineup on this opening day. Bob's got a lot of rules. It's the John Kincade Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Simmons into the lane, and he windmills a jam with the right hand.
Sixers Cavs tonight at 7 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Get a quote at geico.com.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
Lawn to natural lawn, and you should too. Get the results you want and the peace of mind you deserve. Take advantage of their limited time offer. Schedule Natural Lawn's full service program, and you'll get free seeding every year. That's right, free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. That's 800-FREE-SEED for My Lawn Care Company, Natural Lawn of America, greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. The tournament, it's down to just 4 teams. So if you've been watching from the sidelines, now's your chance to get in on all of the action. Don't wait any longer. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking you up with exclusive 40-1 odds on all 4 teams left in the bracket. Even the favorites, that's right, new users, get 40-1 odds on any team to win this round. You can win $200 on just a $5 bet. And you know what? You got to keep on riding with Gonzaga. That team is just way too damn good to bet against. All you have to do is download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and make your first deposit to unlock exclusive 40-1 odds. The app is so easy to use, and they have the best promotions and live betting. And when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. Just sign up with promo code FANATIC so they know that I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code FANATIC.
Must be 21 plus and present in NJ or PA. New users only. Must wager in designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Philly. Shop Rally House for the latest Philly styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's opponents on man versus train. At the crossing, we have Rick, a 175-pound frustrated man who's running late for work. And on the tracks, we have Bull, a 1,000,000-pound freight train that takes a mile to stop. Let's see who comes out on top.
You can't beat a train, so don't try. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game, and now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
Spring is on its way. Almost time to roll out the green carpet. Start planning now with innovative help from the Home Depot. Use our project calculators to figure how much grass seed you'll need, or just the right amount of mulch. Our online workshops and how-to videos will get you up to speed fast, from outdoor fire pits to planter projects. If you're ready to roll, so are we. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Baseball is back, and DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports, is putting you on the field. Fantasy baseball is easy to play. Just pick 10 players, stay under the salary cap, and pile up points for hits, runs, strikeouts, and more. Download the DraftKings app and use code KJZ to get a free shot at a share of the millions of dollars up for grabs this week with your first deposit. That's code KJZ, only at DraftKings. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game, and now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program, a one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I can't wait to finally see what my new coworkers look like once we get these masks off. I'm expecting to be disappointed.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Opening day 2021. And positivity reigns. Well, it's raining outside, too, but that's also going to, in a positive way. Here, Karen Rogers said it's going to be by like 11 o'clock, it's over. No more rain.
Yeah, we're good to go. It's going to be sunny, 51. Good baseball day.
51.
Bring it.
51. Wait, we don't have to be positive about the weather. 51's not a good baseball day.
Nah, it is for April 1st. What the hell?
Hey, download the Parks Casino Sportsbook app for the best in live in-game betting all tournament long. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Opening day, we have challenged ourselves to find every single positive angle we had, and it shouldn't be as hard when you're talking about a team that we're all pretty much saying, yeah, I think they're going to be a winning team. I think they're going to be a winning team. We all go on and we will do our envelopes a little bit later on in the show to put our win total in the envelope that we will check at the end of the season. One of the things that was, Jamie, you said in the first segment of the show today, though, I was a little surprised at because it was totally different than I thought. I thought Real Muto was gone.
Oh, really? I mean, I
thought he was gone.
So
I
my
really
progression went like this. I was 90% certain he was going to be here for a while. And then I kind of dropped down to like 75, 70. And then there was a point where I dipped below 50. But I was like, it's still like a 40% chance. And then I kind of came back again. Once I saw the Mets sign a catcher and the Yankees make their move.
That statement is under review.
You were at 25%.
Did I get that low?
Oh, you got real negative with it.
How low did you go?
I didn't get, but for the most part, I did have a
Jamie
dark.
was the most positive.
I did have a dark period where I was like, oh, we're about to lose. But for the most part, I thought he was going to be back.
The one thing that was interesting, though, in retrospect, if you just go back and review it all, is JT Realmuto, the Phillies bid against themselves. There was no market. There was no market for him. There was no bidding war. There was nobody they were bidding against. There was nobody throwing big money at him to say, please, please come here. Please take this deal. Come on, Phillies. Phillies bid against themselves. And it's something about that process that will always irk me.
Yeah.
That they bid against themselves. Now, I'm glad he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably overpaid a little bit, but he probably got somewhat fair value.
Well, there was no other people at the table.
Yeah, but
There's nobody else at the table.
You also don't want the guy like ticked off for the next 5 years that he got lowballed.
I just am surprised that when there is no
it's a weird situation.
When there's no market for anybody wanting to go, we'll give you 2 years.
Yeah.
We'll give you 2 years. And people were willing to talk about 2 years. And the Phillies said, no, we're going to give you 5. We're going to give you 5.
Well, because
better be.
They knew the public was ready to storm.
I'm not going to be negative. So
no, it's not negative. It's just it's a. You don't have to. You don't. Did you not like going 5?
I was fine with going 5. I didn't like the risk of let's lowball him for the sake of nobody's because somebody would have jumped in and if you're pissing him
at
off
2 years.
Yeah, I think somebody would have hopped in.
Going in. That's what I don't get. Is somebody?
So you had a problem more with the 5 years?
Well,
than
I
the
do
money.
because when you're bidding against yourself. Why are you going to 5 years?
Because he's the best
absurd.
catcher in baseball.
But does it not tell you though that there are smart organizations in baseball and they're all going? We'll give you 2.
No, because he can play first base. He has played first base. Like you guys talked about Bohm going to first base. Probably your future first baseman if Reese Hoskins doesn't work out is Real Muto.
What do you think, Bob?
I don't mind the contract at all. Overall, I hear what you're saying. Who was bidding against him or whatever. $20 million, 22, it probably averages out to a little bit over 5 years for the best catcher in baseball. I'm okay with it. I am. I have no problem with it. I wanted him back here. I don't mind giving him the security of a 5 years. He's a young 29 to me, wanting to play every day the way he did last year. And what Pat said, he's also versatile enough that, you could throw him he's a great athlete. You could throw him at first base if something happens with Reese Hoskins and you want to keep grooming Alec Bohm at third base. So I have no problem at all with the contract.
Here's Bob, though, getting right to the next point I wanted to make on this. I want Joe Girardi to resist the urge to let JT Realmuto come in every day and say, I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. Joe Girardi's got to be the leader and say, no, that doesn't suit our purposes for you to go out there and play 135 games at catcher.
I struggle with this, and I hear what you're saying.
Because I want if you got him for 5 years, I don't want to burn him out in 3.
No, I hear you
by
on that.
running him into the ground, and it's not a smart strategy to have him catch that many games.
But I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The case last year, though, I think, was he had him out of the lineup, and he said, no, I want to be in, and he put him at first base, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a short little jaunts at first base, though.
Yeah, but
didn't he have an ankle, like a weird ankle for a little bit there?
Yeah.
He played a couple games at first.
Yeah.
It was like 3 games, or am I
Yeah, it wasn't a
mistaken
ton.
I don't
remember
hate,
it being a big thing.
Yeah. I hear you on
What I'm
this.
just saying is,
I don't hate when a player comes in, especially one that's a leader of the team, and says, "Nah, Skip, I'm all right. Please don't take me out of the lineup today."
So what's the number in your head? Just out of curiosity.
Him catching?
Of 162, how many would you think he should play?
At this, I want 130, 125 to 130.
Okay,
That's a good number.
So the most consistent catcher in terms of playing in my head was Yadier Molina. I feel like that guy's just a tank.
Freak show.
Yeah. So I went back and looked. His games are pretty much
Is it like 140?
He gets as high as 147 is his peak. He's got a lot of 138, 139s, 140.
I don't want anything over 130.
I think that's fair. I think
Because I want it to be-
135
is a good number.
I want it to be
135 to me.
I want him to, it's still just.
He's
I'm
a
thinking
freak.
I know, but the thing is, everybody's got a shelf life.
Yeah.
And even if you're a freak, you have a certain amount of wear on the tire. And I
Molina's
don't
done it over a decade. He's a tank.
Yeah, well, the whole family.
And he is the absolute anomaly.
Yeah, he is the
absolute.
I'll look at some
outlier,
others and
complete
see.
outlier.
Well, I think after today, you're probably going to see Andrew Knapp as the catcher for Nola, because historically he's been his catcher. So
Do you like that, by the way?
He's got success with them. Like Andrew Knapp isn't good.
Well, he's
But
not
he
bad.
improved. He
Andrew
improved.
Knapp-
Last
Andrew
year,
Knapp
last
is
year,
not terrible.
last year he wasn't bad for a backup
He was taking
catcher.
over Cody Bellinger. Just
Yeah.
a little fun fact.
Whoa.
I know you can do that with
You went
everything.
negative.
You'll find out.
Jamie just went negative.
That was a
Yes, you
fact.
did.
That was a fact.
You
I'm just
went
presenting
negative.
a fact.
No, you did it
That
in
was
a
a fact.
sarcastic, negative manner.
That's a fact.
That was a
250.
sarcastic, negative manner.
You owe 250.
That was
Do
a
you take,
sarcastic,
do you take
negative manner.
Venmo? Do you take Venmo?
I just want to see Joe Girardi manage this club. I want to see Joe Girardi manage this club. I don't want to see a spreadsheet manage this club. And I don't want a player coming into the locker room and saying, I want to play every day. I want to play every day. And the manager just saying, okay, you get to play every day. I want the boss to be in charge.
Yeah, the extreme is a player saying, "I want to play every day." If it's a situational thing where he comes in and he sees his name not on the card, and he says, "Yo, Joe, nah, we need this game. I need to be in there today." I don't hate that.
As a competitor, you like that.
It can't happen 15 times a season, but situationally, if JT Realmuto does that, Bryce Harper does it, I'm okay.
I might be good with 140. I'm looking at Buster Posey now. He did a decade of 140 plus, like pretty consistently. Like JT's that good.
But wait a minute, whoa.
Yeah, but he played first base.
And he played first
But then
base,
not towards
too.
the later.
But also, he also was doing that wasn't he doing that at 21, 22, 23?
He was drafted at a college, so I think he was probably. I think he came in. I think he came in at like 23.
He came at 23.
But JT's that good. Like
I know, but he had Buster Posey already had 8 years of that. I believe 7 or 8 years of that.
I just don't think 140 is going to
games.
kill you. I don't.
I'm just thinking long term, dude. I'm thinking long term for this because
right.
you signed him long term.
He's that good.
So Nola starts 35 games.
There it is.
All right, so there's 34 out right off the bat because he's going to start opening day with him. So 34, 162.
That's good.
That's fine.
That's
I'm
fine.
fine with that.
Okay, so he
I'd be
catches
fine
every
with-
four.
and a couple more here and there.
I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that.
And
It'd
maybe
be
throw
like-
him at first base in a game that Nola's pitching because you want your best
It'd be
pitcher
like-
to get some hits.
I like that. It's like
behind
Greg Maddux not having Javi Lopez ever catch for him.
Yeah.
Javi was always on my fantasy baseball team.
He was on my wife's fantasy team.
Maybe he still is.
Every single play, we lived very close to Javi, and whenever Javi walks into any establishment, the women in the place all go. What?
Swoon?
Bras
they
are
still
off?
do. They still do.
Okay.
And she was on his fantasy team.
I said bras are off.
Attention, Cherry Hill. Breathe new life into your home's central air for just $49 with Cardwell's No Breakdown Tune-Up Special. That's Cardwell Heating and Air Conditioning, voted South Jersey's #1 heating and air contractor. Search Cardwell HVAC. It's opening day for your Philadelphia Phillies, and Bob Cooney's got a lot of rules.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
Whether we follow Bob's rules will be debated.
Opening day is just...
It's fun.
It is the best.
It's great to start.
So you go back and you think of, man, I remember going to a game and such. Jeffries was in left field, or, Tommy Hutton was playing first base. There you go, John. You like
Tommy
that name?
Hutton, yes.
So I ask you guys.
Didn't he catch also?
No, first baseman. No,
Hutton was just first.
Yeah,
Marlins broadcaster, I believe.
Yes, I think you are correct on that. Exactly. So what I ask you guys today is to give me your all-time Phillies lineup. So you go back to opening day lineups from yesteryears. I need your batting order and your starting pitching.
This is so hard.
Are we going back to 1896?
No, modern era.
Okay.
No, modern era. So I'll go, let's say
modern.
80 on. 1980 on.
80 on. Well, then I lost one of my guys.
I know you probably lost your center fielder.
Well, there
I
goes
lost
that
my center fielder and I lost my starting pitcher.
Well, it's funny because Shane Victorino was better.
All right,
no,
so
he was not.
Stop. Why are you doing it now?
Stop.
Yeah, that's one of the most asinine
Go check out their wars.
Now I will. His wars.
All right,
Spreadsheets.
How are we doing this now? Do you have yours, or do you want me to give mine?
I have mine. Yeah, go with yours. No, it's yours.
So I got to drop Jimmy Fox, is what you're telling me.
I want to hear yours, Bob.
All right. My leading off at shortstop is Jimmy Rollins.
Okay.
Batting second in right field, Bryce Harper. Batting third baseman Mike Schmidt. Batting fourth, first baseman Ryan Howard. Batting fifth, second baseman Chase Utley. Batting sixth, left fielder Greg Luzinski. Batting seventh, catcher JT Realmuto. Batting eighth, your Secretary of Defense Gary Maddox in center field, and your starting pitcher Steve Lefty Carlton.
Wow.
Okay, so I can use Carlton.
Yes, 1980s on.
Yeah, I have him also.
Okay, because I'll do that. All right. I'm going to go. Your leadoff is going to be your shortstop, and Pat Egan will get a little aroused. It is Jimmy Rollins. Your right fielder bats second, and that is Bryce Harper.
Okay.
Your second baseman bats third. That is Chase Utley.
All right.
Your third baseman bats cleanup, and that is Mike Schmidt.
Mm-hmm.
Your first baseman bats fifth. That is Ryan Howard. In left field, and I don't care what Bob's rules are, I'm putting Lenny Dykstra. In right field, I can have an outfielder. He's versatile enough. He plays. If you play center, you can play left or right. And,
you can dive into a dumpster for your fake teeth with Chuckles the Clown. You can play left field.
And in right field, I'm putting Shane Victorino.
Okay.
And I'm going to have JT Realmuto as my catcher and Steve Carlton as my starting pitcher. Jamie?
All right, so I have one that's going to be heavily debated by Bob here. I have Jimmy Rollins leading off. Playing left field, the hit king. Nobody had Pete Rose?
No, because Pete Rose at that point in his career, when he was a Philly, never could play outfield.
He was 38 years old when he signed with Phillies, but you're contradicting yourself because you're putting people in positions they never played. So he can call him the hit king.
Bob, there is no center fielder in Major League Baseball who could not shift to left or right.
I will sacrifice the defense gladly to get that bat second in my order.
Yeah, you would. Now he's going to complain about not batting leadoff.
No, that's fine.
So you're going to have a locker room. It's already.
I want Jimmy's speed. I know he's fast, but I want Jimmy first. 3, I got my favorite player of all time, Mike Schmidt. Number 4, the big piece, Ryan Howard. Number 5, I don't give a damn about righty, lefty, righty, Bryce Harper. Number 6, Chase Utley. Number 7, JT Realmuto. And number 8, Shane Victorino. With number 9, Steve Carlton.
Okay. Patty?
Okay.
We have a lot of the same names.
Yeah, yes, because it's not very deep.
But that's
pool.
fine, though. This is a franchise that's been around since 1883.
Yeah, and it's not that deep.
Yeah, right. Their first season ticket holders were Civil War vets.
1883.
Well, and because, I would have had Ed Delahanty, but you guys took him from me.
Exactly.
Leading off, Jimmy Rollins.
Yes.
Future Hall of Famer. Batting second. Yes, he is. Batting second.
He's close.
Lenny Dykstra in center field.
Wow.
Batting third at second base, Chase Utley. Batting fourth, the big piece, Ryan Howard at first base. Mike Schmidt bats sixth.
Wait, you forgot fifth.
Fifth. I'm sorry. Look.
Wow, Schmidt's fifth?
I didn't get a Temple, so give me a break. Who is a better power hitter, Howard or Schmidt?
Schmidt.
Okay, that's debatable.
Really?
I just debated it. And Schmidt's fifth. And he's batting. He's at third base. Harper's in right field, batting sixth. Realmuto is seventh at catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Eighth is Luzinski.
Greg Luzinski.
Yeah,
hey, man.
And at pitcher, Doc Holliday.
Wow. Okay. Halliday, you mean?
What is it?
Schmidt's the better home run hitter.
Mike Schmidt there's a little plaque that ends our discussion about Ryan Howard and Mike Schmidt as power hitter. There's a little plaque, and you can find it.
home run.
You
Power.
can find it.
Just pure power.
You can find it in Cooperstown.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
It is.
So
that's
because Howard got injured.
There's one that will be in Cooperstown.
And if Howard didn't get injured, he might be in Cooperstown.
And if your aunt had, she'd be your uncle.
No, but come on.
She'd be your uncle. Bobby, is you expected it to go?
Pretty much.
Luzinski's the name I did not expect to hear.
I had Luzinski because Pat and I went real position that they played here. Not that I'm saying it's right, but position that they played here is the way that I went with it. What was so surprising to me, and I don't know if you guys felt this too, and I think you did, you jockeyed things around. God, the outfield position for the Phillies has been horrendous since the 80s.
It sucks.
In the history, it has been terrible.
Greg Luzinski is the only outside Dominic Brown, who was a flash in the pan, the only homegrown outfield all-star. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Wait a minute.
You have 5 guys.
Only homegrown, correct.
Yeah, you have 5 guys you have a shot with every year.
There's going to be a guy that none of us put on the list that I strongly considered. Bobby Abreu.
I considered him.
I did too. But like I said, I went for natural position. So I went Harper over Abreu.
Harper over Abreu, right.
Yeah, but I did. Abreu was right there.
I mean, to me, Bobby Abreu is the guy to not end up on any one of our lists because, and look, Harper's got to be on ahead.
If I was forced to drop Pete Rose, I would probably shift Bryce to left and put Bobby in right.
Because Bobby Abreu... maybe underappreciated?
Yeah, totally.
First outfielder off the bench for all of our lists, I would say.
Yes.
Most
absolutely.
likely.
He's the one that I'm most offended not to hear. And I didn't put him on my list, so I should be offended with myself.
Yeah.
It's the way it goes.
That's a fun exercise, though. But
yeah, I like that. It's an opening day exercise. You want to join in, 610-632-0975. Everybody streaming this morning, we see you out there streaming on your app. We absolutely appreciate that. Those on twitch.tv and YouTube, we thank you for jumping on in, too. And today, Rally House.
Oh, yeah.
Rally House. Come see Jamie without any baseball gear on at Rally House.
At 124 Commerce Boulevard in Oxford Valley. That's my old hometown mall.
Or Oxford Valley.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make it kind of
so
jive
Jamie, are you going to... I know what Jamie's doing, Bob.
I'm excited.
He's rolling into Rally House today from 2 to 4.
Yes.
Jamie purposely did not wear Phillies gear today because he has a Hyundai in his pocket. He's buying a Hyundai worth of Phillies gear, getting something for his daughter, something for himself.
I got to get her a new Phillies cap. So before she was born, I went down to the Majestic store at the stadium, and I got her her first Phillies cap. Now I'm going to Rally House today. She's kind of outgrown it a little bit, so I'm going to get her her new Phillies hat because she goes, when she sees me leave the house, she points at my head and goes, hat.
Do you get your bride something?
She's probably got better Phillies gear than I do. I think I'm going to be in.
So she's got some?
I might be in the market for a Phillies golf shirt today.
Okay.
Phillies golf shirt and a Skylar hat.
I'd suggest you get something for your wife, too.
Yeah, she's all right. She's got me, John.
Put more than a Hyundai in there.
Man, unbelievable.
But yeah, come check it out. Oxford Valley Mall. Yeah, that's my old hometown stomping mall. So looking forward to being back there. Come check it out.
2 to 4 this afternoon.
And if you show up in Phillies gear, while supplies last, I'll be handing out some store credits.
Oh, wow.
A little discount for you if you show up in Phillies gear. So come on out.
Don't show up like Jamie showed up to work today in no Phillies gear today. So
we just got a tweet. Does Jason Worth get consideration?
Oh, he was considered on mine.
He was considered right
He was considered on mine.
Yeah.
Guess what? He was every bit as productive as Bryce Harper's been.
Jason Worth was tremendous here.
He was more productive than Bryce Harper.
He was awesome.
I got a Jim Thome left off the list. Can't you throw him in the outfield? Somebody said
you cannot. You could never throw Jim Thome in the outfield.
Yeah, no.
I would say, and it's and I'm not trying to anything. No shade on Jim Thome. That to me was the most overtalked, overhyped about thing that I ever heard in my life, as far as Phillies history.
What do you mean?
That Jim Thome came here. Well, Jim Thome came here.
It was pretty monumental at the time.
But people are like, that's what made the Phillies run that was what did. The homegrown talent is what did it, is what brought us that 5-year run. It had nothing to do with Jim Thome.
But they were coming out of such a dark period, and you needed butts in the seats at the new stadium, yada, yada. He was awesome.
No, I mean, he is. He is awesome. But
he kind of signified like the turning of the page.
It was. It was a feeling here, and I'm not doing that. You weren't here. I'm not doing that. There was this feeling here, like, oh my God, somebody chose us. star is saying they want to come to Philadelphia. Even though we were homegrown after that, you're right.
See, that's what
there
signified.
was a turning. It was a turning of the feeling. It really, and Citizens Bank Park was just opening. It was just a turning point.
And looking back on it now, it's kind of like it was like the first chapter of the new era of Phillies baseball.
The signified turning of the page to me, though, was the excitement of watching those young homegrown players. Because, look, the Phillies had a run that led to a championship in the 80s and quite a few bites at the apple in that period of time that they didn't cash in. And that was actually a longer window than the one in the 2000s. They had a longer window. That went from 76 to 83.
Yeah.
And to me, it was all that young homegrown talent. And that's when I get excited about a team. Like if the Eagles go 3-13 this year and I see young talent on the field, I will absolutely enjoy every Sunday.
Yeah,
I will enjoy
if Davion Taylor's going sideline to sideline,
young talent getting better.
And if you get 2 or 3 guys in this draft that I see are players, I will absolutely every Sunday night I'll put my head in the pillow and be totally fine with it.
Yeah, I'm
absolutely
there with
fine
you.
with it. Pat,
absolutely.
You don't seem like you would agree with that.
No, I'm fine with it. I have no faith in it. But we're not supposed to be negative.
You can be negative on the Eagles all year.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, today. I have no faith that there'll be young talent on this roster. None.
There'll be young players. Talent
there'll be young
is to
players.
Be determined.
Yes.
I hear
I'm
what you're
looking
saying.
No.
I'm going to choose to believe that this one is a little more idiot-proof. This year is a little more idiot-proof than other years.
All right.
So I'm hoping, because this is a nice draft.
Here's hoping.
This is a nice 3-round draft.
Well, the second round last year was a nice second round.
I got you. It was, and it really was. And
that was an idiot-proof spot.
And they blew it. But this is a nice 3. The first 2 nights of the draft, you're talking about players that I'm going to know 85% of the names that come off the board. I was looking at a mock draft yesterday, and for a 3-round mock by it wasn't Kuipers. I forget
Lynch.
who it was. It was Daniel Jeremiah. Daniel Jeremiah's. And I said, I know 85% of these names because people are shopping in the right aisle. They're going to SEC football.
That's what you got to do.
And going to the best places. They're finally figuring it out.
I got one more player, John, on my Phillies.
Yes.
Relief pitcher. My relief pitcher is Ricky Battalico. Just saying.
I want to get Ricky's lineup.
Oh, Ricky will be here. He can give us some of that.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah,
right?
You want to give Ricky homework the night before, though, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Before the beer starts flowing.
He was probably doing it in the Ricky Battalico strikes me as doing his homework in the lunchroom. He was doing his homework in the lunchroom before class.
Yeah, I think that's
By the way, all right, coming up. What makes me joyful? You know, joyous is my favorite word in the language. What makes me joyful? We'll get to it next. Opening day with the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. There is a simple reason that Natural Lawn of America has been a successful, locally owned company for 30 years. Why? Because they give you the results and the peace of mind that you're going to have a safer, greener, weed-free lawn. And that's why I choose Natural Lawn of America. And Natural Lawn of America will be taking care of our home. Mike and Anthony told me you have to go with them, John, because they're going to give you the greener, weed-free lawn using their exclusive organic-based lawn care products. Natural Lawn has reduced chemical pesticide use by 85%. Safer for the whole family. So when Nikki Foles is running around the backyard, I know she's going to be safe. I trust Natural Lawn. Just all the reviews are amazing. But this deal is what really hooked me in. Limited time special. Natural Lawn's full-service program. You get free seeding every year. That's free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. Do it today. Buy their full-service program, get free seeding every year. 800-FREE-SEED. Lawn care company that I've chosen is Natural Lawn of America. Why? Greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Join Jamie Lynch from the John Kincade Show today from 2 to 4 at the Rally House in Oxford Valley, 124 Commerce Boulevard. Get all of your favorite Philly sports team fan gear and your favorite local college and university gear. Plus, Rally House is hiring. Inquire when you stop by.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
Job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's cause 68 teams started the tournament. Only the best have survived. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new customers in the center of the action. Bet $1 on any tournament game. Your team wins, you win $100. It's that simple. Turning $1 into $100 is 100-to-1 odds. Pick any college basketball team that's still in the hunt for your shot at winning $100. All it takes is a $1 bet, and that team winning their next game. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code FANATIC when you sign up. $1 into $100 if the college basketball team of your choosing pulls off the win. That's code FANATIC for a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only, new customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We're all ready for spring. Now's the time to get ready for spring projects with help from the Home Depot. Install a brand new faucet, lay down fresh new flooring, roll on a bright new coat of paint. Need to figure square footage or paint coverage? Our project calculators will do the math. Do it all from our app and get delivery right to your door. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with innovative help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber,
poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber, signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Touch-free QR code payments. Shop safe with PayPal.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's. Today's topic, Easter. I'm ready to break out the bunny decor. Same. Kohl's has so many cute things. You can decorate pretty much everything, even Easter eggs. My family will be so excited. I got great gifts for my favorite peeps, too. Ooh, love peeps. Plus, I got Kohl's Cash and 15% off. I'm sold. One more thing. Get it in 1 hour or less with free store pickup. I'm gonna hop to it. 15% offer ends April 3rd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hello, this is your apartment. I need some favors from you. Your cat keeps rubbing against the kitchen island, and I can't return the favor. Can you give her extra pets for me? After that, could you bundle your renters and car insurance with Geico? We could save money, and it's easy to do online. And one last thing. Could you leave the TV on during the day? I need to catch up on my soaps.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, you don't need to be a magician to pull 20% savings out of thin air. All you need is a bucket. Yep, you can magically save on 3 or more items with a $2.99 Napa bucket. So use whatever magical catchphrase you want, like Abraca Bucket, or Alica Savings, or Bippity Boppity Bucket, and save 20% today. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, exclusions apply. May not be combined with other offers. Offer ends 4/30/21.
Rally House. Shop every team in town. College and pro. Come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Philly. Shop Rally House for the latest Philly styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late. Rally House. Rally House. It's your city, it's your house. It's a Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
Amazon is hiring near you, looking for team members who know that their work is important and that every package matters. Find a job that fits your life with competitive wages, reliable hours, and benefits. Let's work together. From boxing it up to sending it on its way, every step offers a different role and schedule. So are you ready to work together in your community? Visit amazon.com/apply to see what's available. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yep, this is really happening. You're listening to us knuckleheads instead of doing something that you could be productive in.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's been a great week for the clock. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic, our 7 o'clock hour. Brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. And before we get started this hour, I want to make sure that Bobby in the Lehigh Valley gets in with us here on The Fanatic. Bobby, good morning on opening day.
Good morning and happy opening day. Greatest day of the year.
Okay, what are you most optimistic about?
I think if everybody stays healthy, I think the Phil's got a good shot this year. I'm definitely going over on, 82.5?
I got it at 80.5. I got it the first time it came out at 80.5. Now, then it went to 81.5. I think it's 81.5.
All right, I'm going over either way.
You say, well, you better get on it. Get on it now before you just gave that advice, Bobby. Now everybody knows it. Here's one thing I want you to change in your vernacular, though. You said, I think. Say, I believe.
Oh, I believe. I know.
Change that. Because I think means you're sort of guessing. I believe they're going to be healthy and things are going to work out. If this team is healthy, what's like a high number for you, Bobby? Wins.
90.
90, a big 9. Look, I've seen crazier things. And thank you, Bob. And if you have more optimism to share with us, you can today at 610-632-0975. I got it at 80.5.
I have 80.5, but you have to lay minus 143 to get it on DraftKings.
I had 80.5 at minus 113.
Oh.
When I had 81.5 last night.
And 81.5 became
I like them all.
Number. So
you got to lay a little juice with...
All right, so he put a big number out there, John. He put 90. Which we all think is...
That's rich for my blood.
That's best case scenario.
Okay, for them to get...
The second wild card?
All right, for them to get 88, what has to happen? Somebody's got to post something big for them to get 88. You're not going to get a normal season out of everybody and 88 comes about.
I said to you yesterday, the number that has to happen. If you're telling me this team's a playoff team, Wheeler and Nola is plus... Oh, you're betting the over 30.5 wins. It's the only way the math works.
Yeah.
It's the only way it works.
And Eflin would have to get you probably 12 or 13 wins. Or
an acquisition.
Yeah.
Dave Dombrowski, remember.
That's what's going to be fun about this season is they're going to be good enough to be buyers.
He's slick.
Yeah.
He's slick. He knows what he's doing.
And I think Reese is the key to the offense. I really do.
Well, as we get started here, Jeff Francoeur will preview it with us. Former Philly, former Brave, Braves broadcaster Jeff Francoeur previews the baseball season with us coming up at 7:40. Today, we all won't be attending opening day together as a show.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
But in you're at Rally House.
Yeah.
Rally House. In 2022, I want to fix that, though. I would like that we would all be there on opening day.
In blood. Let's go.
But for now, I just think of going back into the ballpark. And it's an obsession for me. I love going to a baseball game. It's a source of great joy. And for me, relaxation. It is a great disconnect for me. When I go to the beach, I'm great at disconnecting. I leave my phone on the nightstand in the condo. I do not have any electronics with me. I just disconnect and enjoy the day. Everyone has their own game day routine. And out there in the audience, we want to engage you too at 610-632-0975. When attending a game, we all have preferences. None of us have gone to a game. Well, you guys have, but like as a group. Where do you like to sit? Day games or night games? Do you eat and drink during the game when you get to your seat? Do you walk around while action's going on? What annoys you of the guys that are in front or in backy in the stands? So before we all do attend a game together, I just got to you all have very nuanced rules about everything, and you don't believe it, but you all have these little things that your list is. I want to know what the list is so we understand our own desires, and we can also help others to be better fans.
You know what? You just made the list.
Yep, so we can help others be better fans. And that's where we begin the 7 o'clock hour with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan. In absentia, the coach, Eric Camille. We've got DJ Mike here. Even Dylan's hanging out, too, this morning. And Connor answering your calls. And Connor is trying to get to opening day.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens.
Hello.
He needs a date because you can't get just one ticket.
He does need a date.
Good-looking Connor, 25 years, 6 years old, whatever he is.
He should be able to get a date.
He can hit a golf ball pretty good, goes to the gym a lot.
So here's what I'd suggest. If you are a female and you want to go to the game with Connor today, I think this can be arranged.
I think it can be.
I think it can be arranged. But I want to
good kid.
But I want to review the choice.
Okay, yeah.
I want to review the choice.
Sure.
I don't want it to be some just schleppy off there.
Well, you have to practice your parenting, so you can practice today because Olivia's coming in this week, and you're going to be a full-time parent for about 4 days. So you need some practice. So I think finding a suitable mate for this game
would be
for
good.
Connor would be good practice for you.
So if there is a female that wants to be evaluated, for Connor, we could also work that out there today here on the John Kincade Show. But what are rules? I got a couple, and I'll just throw it out there just to get the conversation started. Watch the game. Put your freaking phone down.
Well,
don't be
I watch games on Twitter. It's
you're at the game.
But especially
you're at the game.
But especially it's 4 hours.
No,
it's 4 hours.
You're at the game. You're sitting at the game. Then you're going to sit a seat at least a couple seats away.
That seems fine. Then.
In the phone, the guys at the game. You are sitting there. You're at a baseball game.
It's 4 hours,
and you're sitting there on your damn phone the whole time on the phone. Put your freaking phone away. Bob, that's my first foray into the match.
No, we're not going to get along.
You can look at your phone between innings.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, but no.
Put it away.
The game,
Watch the freaking game. Be engaged with what's going on.
Between innings is good enough.
There's literal just nonstop downtime.
Nobody's that important.
Well, you're addicted.
You're addicted.
More
you are
addicted to that phone
to
than you.
electronics like anyone I've ever seen. In all the people I've worked with in media, I've never worked with anyone in media that's more addicted to.
So annoying.
You cannot get your head out of your phone.
Out of your ass either.
You have your head in your phone 24/7.
It's not your phone. It's in your ass.
Not 24/7.
Yes, it is.
No.
Every single post-show meeting, your head's in your phone. You get off the air after you
because I usually have a ton of
talk
texts.
to Anthony, and then you're going through, and you are listening, and you're on your phone. You're sitting on your phone. You're addicted. But it's a baseball game. Cut your mind free. Bob, do you have one on yours that when you're going to a game, like a rule that? Because I want to know these rules too.
A rule. Drinking is allowed during the game.
Love it. Love that rule.
No, we'll get along at the stadium.
Now, are you an eater?
And before the game.
Are you an eater at your seat?
Not usually. Maybe I might get some peanuts to go with the beer. Yeah.
I'm not an eater at the seat. Pat, are you an eater?
Yeah.
At the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no problem.
The game's
I
going
see
on.
Pat
So I gotta
going with
grab
the
food.
plate of nachos.
No.
Pat, you're not?
No.
Like, I'm thinking Pat's the guy who gets the loaded nacho plate or goes to, the barbecue joint. And
I
gets
do like the barbecue.
But
Yeah.
you get
And that's the best part about CBP. Their food options are incredible.
You get the Schmitter?
Well, they don't have it anymore.
No, they don't have it.
Did you get the Schmitter?
I look, when I was going to like 38, 40 games a year, I was in college, so I couldn't afford a Schmitter.
Okay.
So I was going to the kids section of they have a little kids stand, and I was getting the $2 hot dog.
Pat, what would your rule be? Like, because I want to make sure your enjoyment isn't.
I don't have any problem with eating. Well, my whole thing is like get your food and get back to your seat so you can watch the game. My big pet peeve is fan etiquette, meaning do not get up until the inning is over to go to the bathroom. It drives me nuts.
You're on my.
You can wait until the end of the inning, or the people.
You can go in between pitches.
Because it's always some. It's always some jagaloon who's in the middle of the row and who stops 3 seats down and goes, "Does anybody want anything?"
By the way, the guy who gets up, the jackwagon who does that during the middle of the inning.
I like that jackwagon.
You've never had that one?
I gotta start using that. That's good.
The jackwagon that gets up and does that during an inning, I guarantee you does it 3 times.
And he's usually dressed like Jamie is today. Like
I'm
not in Phillies gear.
gonna hold my pee because you guys have some weird rule. I can go in between batters and not interfere with the play.
But you're interfering with everybody else's enjoyment.
Well, tough. That's part of being in a stadium.
And
if I gotta pee, I gotta pee.
If you saw the Phillies play last year and their bullpen had like 45-minute innings, sometimes you gotta go and you gotta go.
If I need a beer, I need a beer.
I will bet to you, though, the jackwagon that gets everybody up in the row during the middle of an inning will do it 3 times during the game.
It's really not that hard to hold it.
It's like the passion play.
Why would I hold it?
Before the cock crows
because
3
there's
times.
a game going on.
It's 3 times. Jamie, you obviously want to You want to get up and down.
I mean,
during
live
the
your
game.
life. You're at a baseball
sit on your
game.
phone.
Do what you
else
want to
do. You want to do there? Is there anything else?
I don't like walking that much. My wife and friends usually like doing the lap. I'm kind of like, I've seen it enough. I'll do one if we get there early enough. I like to be in my seat for 6 innings.
If I get there early, I may even walk it twice.
I like the walk.
I love walking around with a beer.
I just want to get to my seat.
During the game, I have this. During the game, it depends.
I do not walk during the game.
If the Phillies are up, say 8-2, something like that, and one of the kids, like or Donna, says, "Let's go take a walk and get something." Okay,
I
just
don't
kind
do it
of
during
okay.
the game.
Yeah, I don't like it in the game.
Yeah,
I don't like it during the game.
Before the game, absolutely. I love hanging out on Ashburn Alley. Love it.
And they added like the kind of picnic tables in the standing room area because I'm a big standing room guy. I normally don't, I kind of get in.
Big tree.
But they added like new seating and like bar seats and stuff. The standing room area is great. So if I do walk, you gotta make pit stops off and watch because you're not watching.
Yeah. One of my former coworkers watching on YouTube. Hello, Albuquerque, says that Bob will be immensely happy.
I'm
and
always
this person
immensely
doesn't
happy.
even know you.
Yeah, okay.
He goes, when you go to a game with John, he goes, because John talks considerably less than you ever hear him talk.
I thought Egan's thing when you said, "Do you have rules?" He was going to say, "Yeah, not to sit near John."
John. He goes. They will enjoy that you watch intently, that you don't. There's not a.
Can we break out a game here?
It's like you may want that. You may want that.
Connor, grab your mitt.
That could be a positive. That could be a positive.
So is it like for you, like the poker table?
No, but it's weird. I don't know. The thing is, I never have said that as one of the places where I don't. He goes, your new coworkers will enjoy.
Oh.
He said Bob will be especially happy.
How about that?
Watch. He goes, because John talks considerably less at sporting events. He said to the point that you are almost quiet.
Huh. I can see our future. John's like, "Hey guys, want to go out to dinner Tuesday?" And all of us, "No, let's go to a game."
Let's go to a game. You're almost quiet.
They have food at the stadium. We can get it before the game.
You're almost quiet.
We just got a tweet from Provolone Joe. I'm curious where you lie on this one. No Eagles chance at the Phillies game.
I think it's so stupid.
Hate it.
I agree.
I think it's so stupid.
Totally agree.
Oh,
and
especially now because they suck.
And don't do. and honestly, is seriously, don't do the freaking wave.
The waves.
You just took it right out of my mouth.
Don't do the stupid wave.
I hate it.
I couldn't hate it any worse.
It's telling everybody I'm so bored. I'd rather mimic the ocean than watch a game.
Is the guy still there? The annoying Sunday afternoon guy?
No. The one that says
everybody hits woo-hoo!
That guy, you found that guy annoying?
Everybody hits woo-hoo!
Oh, I love that guy.
He hasn't been around for a few years.
He hasn't been around for a while.
Yeah.
I had seats at one time.
I enjoyed it.
And I had a weekend.
I loved it.
And I had a Sunday plan.
That team sucked.
But he wouldn't stop.
Oh, if I was around him, I'd find it annoying.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
On the TV
Is he
broadcast.
still there? Because I honestly would pick seats that were as far away as possible from that.
But see, for me, when I hear somebody at the game say everybody hits, I know that they're actually a fan. And during that stretch run where everybody was a quote-unquote Phillies fan, there's a lot of people where you would say everybody hits and nobody would say
Where'd they
woohoo.
all go, by the way? Where'd they all go? The ghost town that was Citizens
they're at the
Bank
Sixers
Park.
game.
Ghost town.
Yeah, they're at the Sixers games.
Ghost town.
Jimmy Rollins is right.
And Philly fans many times, the Philadelphia fan, many, many times likes to point out, like, look, our fans, we're the real fans. And I'm like, Citizens Bank Park's a ghost town. Has been a ghost town. I mean, it's like don't act like it's like we're not front running too.
Last year, nobody was there. I mean, it was pathetic.
Complete front running.
Jane, that was a good joke.
Every fan is, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying. Yeah, but don't I hear it from
normal.
You live down in Albuquerque? Man, front running fans. Like, no, more fans at Albuquerque games.
I think that there are bandwagon hopping in every single city, obviously.
Absolutely
But I
there
think
is.
It's financially related, a lot of it.
Has more passionate fans than other cities. So meaning
I
like
would agree with that.
Like the Fandemic crew going out there and
That was
watching every
awesome.
game with
By
that
the way-
bullpen.
by the way,
Credit to them.
So will the Fandemic crew disbanded?
They should get free season tickets this year.
That's what I absolutely would believe. I guarantee you, smart guys like John Brazier out there,
I'm sure they
I've
got taken
something
care
in
of.
the mix, because that was a story across Major League Baseball.
I think I did hear something that they were going to get hooked up with tickets when
They were awesome.
fans were back because they deserve it.
Jeff Francoeur joins us at 7:40 to preview not only this Braves-Phillies series today, but also the Phillies in the National League East and how they stack up. And I think Jeff may actually have a uplifting story for you if you're a Phillies fan.
Huh.
I think you're going to
Really?
his thoughts. Yes, I think his thoughts are.
And by the way, for the record, the sausage, pepper, and onions with a little mustard, that's the crown jewel.
I've never done mustard on the hot sausage.
Yeah, I've done
I've never
done mustard. Yeah,
I love the hot. No, that sounds like a
that
great
smell.
I love it.
When you walk in and
Oh,
you
I love
smell
it.
the sausage,
But
pepper, and onions.
I've never put mustard on that.
Oh yeah, let's party.
Brown or yellow? See, I don't do yellow mustard.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
I don't do yellow mustard.
Yellow.
I like the golden spicy.
One of my favorite things to do at a game also is to watch Jamie eat. No one enjoys food as much as this dude over here.
Hey,
I don't think anyone enjoys life as much as that dude right
consuming
there.
it.
Hey, America, it's Ford Truck Month. Now's the time to get a great deal on Ford Ranger, Ford Super Duty, and the all-new, completely redesigned 2021 Ford F-150. Tougher and smarter than ever. If anything annoys you at the game and you want to give the other fans a little heads up, we're getting ready to start another season. You can share it with us at 610-632-0975. In the linchpin, who is the king of the suburbs? Well, it's Jamie Lynch, right?
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I need some help here. So I've been a city guy for probably the last 11 years of my life, which is about how old my dog Bootsy is. So we're now suburban people. And
you were a Fugazi city person.
I wasn't born and raised in the city.
You're a suburban person that went to the city and.
Well, I mean, whatever. I paid city taxes for over a decade.
No, but you weren't a city guy.
No, but I never claimed to be.
Right, I'm saying nothing.
Yeah,
about
I lived in the city for 11 years.
You lived in the city.
Correct. Bootsy walked on concrete. Now she's got a little bit of an allergy issue out in the suburbs. She's not used to the shock to the system.
Come on, Boots.
But I find myself curious about how to handle this because 7 out of 10 times I'm usually just taking her out in the backyard and she'll pee and poop there. It's my own grass. I don't mind.
Yes.
The other times when I take her on a long walk, there's no common park area where we can make it to without her peeing and pooping.
Okay.
So a lot of times she veers off the sidewalk and ends up peeing and pooping in neighbors' front yards.
Do you pick it up?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then that's fine.
Is it?
Yes.
If you looked out your front window and saw a random dog peeing on your grass,
Are you picking it up?
I can't pick up pee,
No,
and
you're
it does
picking up
kill.
the poop.
Oh, absolutely, every time. I actually was left without trash bags the other day, so I went home, got a bag, came back, and got it.
Absolutely, you're a good
Is
neighbor.
this okay?
It's grass. That's what
I know, but
animals do. They pee
How
and
big
poop
is
on
Bootsy?
grass.
She's close to 70 pounds. She takes some
Okay.
big dumps.
So Bootsy pees, though. A Bootsy pee is a little more than like a Nikki Foles
Yes,
pee.
absolutely.
As far as potentially discoloring
Yes.
the lawn. But guess what? You're a good neighbor.
Okay.
You pick up poop. There's nothing
Yeah.
that says the dog can't pee on somebody's lawn. That's ridiculous.
Because if I
would
looked
not eat
outside and saw a random dog doing it on my yard, I'd be like, well, I'm a dog person. I don't care.
But not poop. Like pick as long as they're.
But I
picking
don't
it
know
up.
if everybody is that.
I don't care.
Coach?
If somebody wants to come out and say something to me about a dog peeing outside on their grass,
I'd say get a life.
I
Get a
welcome
life.
it.
But wouldn't you think some people have a problem with it?
If they do, that's their problem.
That's their problem.
Well, I'm not being mean or
It's
a
an
tough guy or
animal.
anything, but it's an animal.
I know. I hear you.
They
Yeah.
can't control
I just want to
themselves.
make sure because this
No,
is
you're
a new.
being a good neighbor. As
This
long
is a
as-
new world for me.
As long as somebody sees you, the minute that dog poops, you've got the bag out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You're picking it up.
I'm ready.
Then you're a good neighbor.
If somebody comes out saying to you, "Hey, can you stop your dog from peeing on
No,
my
I
grass?"
can't.
Because there's
that's
a
what
couple,
I would say.
There's
No,
a couple
I can't.
signs in the neighborhood that says like don't pee or poop here, like with dog stuff.
What?
Yeah, well, they have that down the shore a lot.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah.
Someone puts a sign on their
Yeah.
lawn?
Yeah,
A
occasionally.
personal sign?
Please don't pee on my.
Yeah, it's a It's a big neighborhood. I've probably seen like 3 or 4 of them
Really?
over like
I've
maybe a couple
never-
hundred houses.
I swear to you, I've never seen that
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
that's what
kidding me.
that's what
Down
made
the
me.
shore.
Where
it's
is it?
everywhere.
Where is it?
Some people have it in like their flower bed or like mulched areas. Some have it like close to the sidewalk.
I've seen it before.
I've never seen that sign ever.
I find, look, I'm a weird guy, but I find people that treat their lawn like the Taj Mahal very weird.
A lot of
Because as you
people
guys
put in a
said,
ton
it's-
of work.
It's a dog. I get it, but it's a dog.
a dog.
What do you want it to do?
I'm
No,
on your side.
Don't go there.
I can't believe that. I swear to you, this is like, I've never heard of this
Yeah.
sign. Someone has a sign on their lawn.
Yeah.
Oh, many people.
How big is it?
I mean, they vary. Some are like usually like that big. They're
You're
kind of
kidding me.
small.
You're putting that sign in your lawn? It sits there in front of your house.
Yeah,
all day?
it's hideous.
Oh, and then it'll have a little graphic. It'll have a dog peeing with a big X through it.
Yeah.
Wait,
I want to fight you.
Wait a minute. You're telling me you have like 3 or 4 people in your neighborhood that have this sign?
Yeah, I've probably seen about 3 or 4.
If anyone in the audience has anyone in their neighborhood with this sign,
or has
honestly,
it themselves.
It's all right, so I was worried.
Shame them.
Because
You're a
shame
real
them.
I'm glad everybody supported me.
Take
here.
a picture of the house, do a big circle around the dog sign. I mean, your front lawn of your house, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is grass made for?
What is it?
That's what it's there for.
I know, but I just figured some people would have problems
Seriously,
with it.
I don't know. I've lived in some really nice neighborhoods, and I've never seen a sign like that.
Huh.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, they exist.
Now, down the shore, Bob.
It's rocks, so it's different.
Bob, now something's happening to me like that. Now I remember something about the little tiny sidewalks in Ocean City.
Yeah, because when pee gets under the rocks, it smells. It doesn't disappear. Like the grass at least kind of absorbs it.
Okay, I swear
That's
to
what
you.
rain's for. I mean, it's nature.
I didn't know where you were
it gets
going
crazy.
with this. I do know this, though. Pets Plus Natural, Bootsy needs to talk to these people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years with the area's largest selection of all natural pet foods, treats, and supplies to keep your furry loved ones happy and healthy. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. Provolone Joe's checking in here on The Fanatic. Joe, you don't have one of those signs, do you?
No, man, I got to tell you, it's crazy. Like, I love my lawn, but I'm not that fanatical. But my wife walks the dog, and I'm with her one day, and we're doing our lap, and she whips out the water bottle when the dog pees and starts pouring water in the grass. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I pour water in the grass so that it doesn't make a brown spot. I'm like, are you crazy? It's pee.
Wait a minute, though. Your wife, Joe, sounds like a gem, though. She's an even better neighbor.
She's the best, but to waste the water. Listen, I say this, to waste the water bottle on dog's pee. Come on, man.
Oh, man, there we go.
That I've never heard of.
No, but I think that's a really good neighbor.
Yeah, she's
that's a good neighbor saying, okay, here's one, though. My cousin has checked in. So my cousin checks in and said, listening to the show right now, and this is my cousin, Olivia. She says, my dad once spray-painted messages to dog owners on our sidewalk, telling them to pick up after the dogs, and eventually that kept the dogs away. And he even wrote to the local newspaper about it.
There's an example of one of them.
I can't even believe that. I've never heard of this.
So an attorney friend of mine just tweeted me, and he said, I've actually researched your area, and legally speaking, according to dog curbing ordinances, you are good.
That's unbelievable. Legal? Like lawyers get into this?
I think I think this has become it's been an issue.
Now my cousin Steve is getting called out by his own daughter, which I really like. You see the Kincades?
Family Feud.
The Kincades will throw you under the bus. Believe me, he married in. He married in. You know, he's a Kincade by marriage.
All right.
You know, he's just a married. We welcomed him into the family. We love our married relatives, but look, it's the blood's not there. Hey, you want to get in with us? 610-632-0975. Jeff Francoeur joins us at 7:40, previewing the season, and I think he's got a positive message for Phillies fans. It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Well, 68 teams started the tournament, and only the best 4 are surviving. And they're approaching championship weekend. And DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new customers in the center of the action. Bet $1 on any tournament game, and if your team wins, you win $100. It's that simple. Turning $1 into $100 is 100-1 odds. Pick any college basketball team that's still remaining. There's only 4 of them. At your shot at winning $100, and all it takes is a $1 bet, and that team winning their next game. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now, or use code FANATIC when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 if the college basketball team of your choosing pulls off the win. That's code FANATIC for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. In partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Play ball! The 2021 baseball season is finally here. Check out Anthony Gargano today as he broadcasts live from Chickies and Pete's on Packer Ave in South Philly from 10 to 2 p.m. Baseball and the Cuz. This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
Billion over 4 years, or over $1 billion a year. 27 years later, with this most recent media rights deal, the combined yearly rights fees collected by all 4 networks, their streaming partners, and the relative newcomer Amazon totals more than $10 billion a year. That's an increase in yearly rights fees for the NFL of more than 10 times.
The Fanatic's Business of Sports is powered by Pico for Business. Take advantage of Pico's energy efficiency program incentives that can help you reduce your energy consumption. Pico.com/more savings.
Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride?
Welcome to the show, America. This is Ford Truck Month. Get the best deals of the year on the only trucks built Ford tough. Drive home the all-new, completely redesigned 2021 Ford F-150, the legendary Performer Ford Super Duty, or the adventure-ready Ford Ranger. Work or play, count on Ford trucks to get the job done. But hurry, Ford Truck Month is one show you don't want to miss.
Welcome to the show.
You know, I think a lot of people are feeling that quarantine 15 right about now. I know I am. So Natalie and I just finished the juice cleanse with Squeeze.com.
I did a 3-day cleanse, Mike. Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market. With Squeeze.com, you get your juices, you can sleep better, and you get rid of that belly bloat.
Now, here's the best part. You order by 1 p.m., you'll receive same-day delivery by 9 p.m. So go to Squeezed.com and join us on our juice journey and start that cleanse today.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. The tournament, it's down to just 4 teams. So if you've been watching from the sidelines, now's your chance to get in on all of the action. Don't wait any longer. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking you up with exclusive 40-1 odds on all 4 teams left in the bracket. Even the favorites, that's right, new users, get 40-1 odds on any team to win this round. You can win $200 on just a $5 bet. And you know what? You got to keep on riding with Gonzaga. That team is just way too damn good to bet against. All you have to do is download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and make your first deposit to unlock exclusive 40-1 odds. The app is so easy to use, and they have the best promotions and live betting. And when you win, you'll get paid in as little as $20. Just sign up with promo code BEER so they know that I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code BEER.
Must be 21 plus and present in NJ or PA. New users only. Must wager in designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español? Hablo. It's hablo? Yes. It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program, a one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game. And now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a train that just hit a car.
Sir, what is your location? Look around for a street sign, sir.
It's 8th and Orchard. 8th and Orchard.
Okay, very good. 8th and Orchard. Sir, help is on the way.
Why would he do that? The train still doesn't stop. You have to get there now.
At a railway crossing, even if the engineer sees you and hits the brakes, it can take a mile for the train to stop. And for you, that's too late. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
When you're injured on the job, you need someone who will fight for you, someone who can stand up to the insurance companies, and someone who knows the laws in Pennsylvania. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. They wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania, and they will fight for you. Visit PAWorkInjury.com now. That's PAWorkInjury.com. When you're hurt at work, turn to the team you can trust. With offices in Center City, Bristol, and Malvern, our attorneys are ready to listen and give you the justice you deserve. Call or click today. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
It's opening day. That's right. It's opening day. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but it's opening day. That also means that BetMGM has another great offer for you because they don't just do basketball. They don't just do hockey. They're doing baseball as well, along with all the other sports. And if you're a big fan of baseball, then listen up to this offer. If you use promo code PatEgan100 and you place just $1, a $1 money line wager on today's Phillies-Braves game, you'll get an additional $100 in free bets if your wager hits. They're also doing this awesome promotion that if you bet $25 on any MLB game today only, you'll get $1 in free bets for every single home run hit. It's an offer too good to pass up. But there's a catch. You have to use promo code PatEgan100. That's to win $100 in free bets, though. The home run one, that's just free. You can just get that for anybody. But if you want $100 in free bets, promo code PatEgan100, wager $1, and you'll win $100 in free bets by placing a $1 moneyline wager on the Phillies-Braves game, and the team you bet on wins. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's spelled Kincade, Kincade. Just so you know when you're writing your complaint emails.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Loving the positive vibe this morning. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. It's opening day. And this was actually a Jamie Lynch creation. He goes, look, it's opening day. It's got to be positive. And it's right.
Yeah, it's hope. Hope is on the horizon.
And I got to tell you, I don't feel like the hope is contrived. I don't feel like hope for winning a World Series to me would be contrived.
Yes.
But hope for this being a good summer of entertaining baseball, I do not believe is contrived.
I agree with you.
Let's have a good summer. Let's have it not be a disaster. Let's have it not be like the proctologist appointment that is Flyers hockey.
Ooh. 6 goals, huh?
Oh my gosh. They're so bad, and I've got to tell you this.
This is a low point.
This might be a low point for the franchise.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I meant. Not for this season.
No, for the entire franchise.
Yeah, it's really that bad.
What I'm going to say is this. Hearing about the Alain Vigneault, I not even walking into the locker room to talk to his team and everything like that. People are applauding that. And as a guy who has worked for NHL coaching staffs, been in the locker rooms, been in the coaches' offices, been a broadcaster in the NHL, I would tell you that is absolute amateur hour. And I'm disappointed in Alain Vigneault. I'm disappointed in that reaction that like, oh, I'm not going to talk to the guys. I'm just going to stay out there. That is, to me, was surprising because I think he's a really good coach. And I think that was a childish, sophomoric way of handling it. You're the boss. This is your creation. Fix it. Don't freaking put your hands up in the air and say, I don't know what's going on. This is frustrating me, too. You're not one of us, Alain Vigneault. You are the coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. You are paid handsomely to figure it the hell out. Not going into I'm not even going in the locker room and talking to these guys. To me, childish. I'm surprised because he's such a good coach, but I'm surprised. That's a bad moment. I think it's a really bad moment.
Yeah, so the other night he starts rolling lines and he sits a lot of the younger kids and says, look, you're not getting it done, so I'm going with the older guys, and they come back and they win the game. I thought that was a great in-game move, not because they won, but I thought, okay, he's given a lesson, he's doing something, because the frustration level that we've had over the last couple of years with Brett Brown was that nothing changes. Everything stays the same, win or lose or whatever. Just
static.
So he was trying, right, he was trying something different. The not talking, if it's done in the manner that you kind of portrayed it to be, like, oh, I got nothing to say.
No, he said he didn't go. The report, and I read different reports where the other night he did not address his team between periods.
Right. Now that
he stayed out of the room and didn't even show up and talk to them.
Right. And I mean, by the way you portray, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying if he puts his hands up and says, like, I got nothing to say to you, that's wrong. But if it's more of a, I keep telling you one thing and you're not doing it, I can't keep telling you anymore.
But that's what it says to me if you don't go in and address them.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I'll go on the side of agreeing with you. I'll just play devil's advocate and say sometimes less is more. And I don't know if he went to a Giroux or a Voracek and said, you better get their asses in line because they're not listening to me anymore. I know it's your job as the coach. I think that's the avenues that he is forced to go down now because he's just at his wit's end.
And Giroux, by the way, said he didn't talk to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Lawton and...
what the hell?
I forget who the other one was that talked.
What the blank is that about?
Yeah, I guess Elaine gets the...
Whose responsibility is it?
Benefit of the doubt that he knows how to handle... Like to Bob's point, maybe it's like, you guys discuss me. I'm not even addressing... Like, at some point, the players have to hold themselves accountable. So
the captain would do that, right?
I'm not pro what he did, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he knows those guys, and maybe it's a different type of message. That's why you wear a
C, right?
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with Elaine Vigneault saying nothing because, I mean, you shouldn't have to say anything. You've struggled. You've dug yourself a hole against the worst team in hockey 3 straight games. But the captain not saying I didn't know that. You just dropped that on me. That's glaring. Scott Lawton, a bottom 6 forward, is speaking up.
I got to tell you, it sounds to me like that is a locker room that has gone to hell, and with no leadership. No leadership.
Yeah.
The captain's not talking? What the hell's that about? Someone take some responsibility for it. It's embarrassing. It is. And you know what isn't embarrassing? When you have a nice hot shower in the morning, though. You may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose our friends at Bradford White.
What a segue.
It's not. It's really, really good. So
I like a hot shower.
I do. I love them. Nice hot shower.
I think the Flyers had cold showers last night.
I got to tell you, it's embarrassing.
The only thing I can equate it to is this, and this is way off the wall, but maybe you might hear me with this. So sometimes you can talk. The only thing I can equate being as much of a coach as Elaine Vigneault is being a father.
Okay.
So you're a leader as a father, and I do that you try to do it every day, and he's a coach every day. Sometimes when less is said, it's more. To one of your kids, you say it over and over and over again, and then you watch them do something, and you just turn away in disgust. Might hit them more than hearing your voice again.
But here's the key, though, is, Bob, you have so much more experience because you have multiple children. I've only had the one experience of being a dad.
Yeah.
And I lucked out that I have a kid who really doesn't step out of line, doesn't get in trouble. I was back at my high school yesterday. And once again, I tried to get access to my academic and discipline file so I could destroy it. So we could get it out of there because I'm wondering, hopefully the Daily News doesn't do an expose. But when you have multiple kids, you had to be a different parent to each of them. You can't coach them all the same.
No, but you also can't. That's really hard to do. I mean, you have to be yourself. Kids see through that, right? I mean, if you're acting to try to be something else, do you handle kids differently in different situations? Yeah. But I think you have to be true to yourself, and then they see that you're being true to them.
Jeff Francoeur joins us in just a moment. Josh in Pottstown joins us now on The Fanatic. Josh, good morning. You're on the John Kincade Show.
Love the show, John. Huge fan.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, I gotta go off on a Flyers rant here. This core has only won 2 total rounds of playoffs since 2012. Where does the captain get off not going and addressing the team? This core, they've gone through 5 or 6 different head coaches. The Giroux, the Voraceks. These guys. They got to get rid of these guys.
It's the wrong DNA. That locker room, Josh, has the wrong DNA.
They do, but let me tell you something, John. This Flyers team is where the Sixers were pre-process, okay? You need to get rid of these guys, and the problem is, John, if you look at the NHL salary cap, the Flyers, they got bad contracts. They do. Got older guys.
But, Josh, here's the difference.
Sure.
The Sixers sabotaged themselves, and thanks for your call. The Sixers sabotaged themselves to get there. The Flyers thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
And got here. But I will never take leadership being, I'm throwing up my hands in frustration. That's not leadership. It's not. And from the captain and the head coach, I think from the head coach, it's inexcusable. I would say if I'm his boss, I would say, what am I paying you for? If I'm trying to do some psychological game with them or something like that, dude, the building's burning. We got babies we need to get out of windows here.
They're different sports, but maybe you can ask our next guest about that tactic because I'm sure it's employed across all the sports at times.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the truth. We'll go to the Comcast Business Hotline where you don't just bounce back, you bounce forward with Comcast Business. And we are glad to have with us former Philly, we'll lead with that, former Brave, former Ranger, former Met, and Braves broadcaster Jeff Francoeur, who I now welcome into my new home here at 97.5 The Fanatic. Frenchie, good morning.
Good morning, John. How are you, buddy?
Doing well. I want you to meet Bob and Jamie and Pat, too. You don't know them yet, but you'll meet them sometime in studio when you come on by.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Jeff?
Do I have to send a car for you, by the way, when you come and join us in studio sometime?
No, we'll just send Egan.
No, are you kidding me? No, I need. Yeah, you send someone that can take me to the studio and then the golf course. That's all I need.
That is absolutely.
Whatever car they get me there, that's fine with me.
Jeff, I always tell people that up here because I told you your name would come up so often when people would know I was living in down there, and then you were playing for that, and I would hear from people that I asked you many times, and we talked about it when you joined the Phillies. We would talk, and you said you loved it here.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, the way they treated the families up there and the stadium, I love playing there, first off. It's a beautiful stadium. And then the fans, look, I think you either embrace it or you don't. And you know me, being a football player type guy, I love the passion. I love to embrace that. I love when, you know what, if you messed up, people yell at you. I'm fine with it, because also when I do well, they're going to cheer me. So, look, it was a lot of fun, and I think looking back, probably for the bullpen's sake last year, it's probably good there weren't fans in the stands last year.
Do you believe the Phillies starting out 2021, when you scout the other teams that could be a threat to the Braves in the East, do you see the Phillies as being in the best position they've been to compete in a while?
I do. I said all comes down to the bullpen for me. When you look at their lineup's fantastic. You look at their starting rotation, look, 1, 2, 3 is great. 4, 5, they're going to keep you in ball games enough. To me, it's going to come down to that bullpen again. And look, the Phillies last year, blew so many games that, that was over a 60-game period. And I like to say, if you do that too many times, you wear down an offense. You wear down a starting staff where they feel like they have to be perfect. And, but I like the moves they made, and I don't see there's any way the bullpen's not going to be better. Like I said, but to me, that's the key. If the Phillies bullpen's good, they're going to have a chance to be right in the thick of things, whether they win the division, whether they win a wild card spot, but they got a chance to be there. But that bullpen's got to hold up.
Jeff, the sustained success that the Braves have had while you were there, even before you, is really quite impressive. What do you attribute it to mostly? Through your years with them as a player and then, of course, on other teams and now as an announcer, what do you attribute their success to through all these years?
Well, I always like to say, they've never had a huge turnover down here. There's been a lot of people in charge that kind of know the way they like to do it. Now, like I said, look, I think, there's a difference between, what they've done down here and then gotten to the postseason and haven't been able to get over the hump. I think finally you saw last year for them, they kind of were able to kind of move that way. And then they went and added Charlie Morton and, Smiley, we'll see, but I love the Charlie Morton sign for the Braves, especially when you're talking postseason pitching. But I think, this team has always relied on pitching first for the most part. And even though they have an unbelievable offense this year, I think you look at that rotation with Fried and Morton and Anderson, you got Smiley, and then we haven't talked about that Soroka, who was supposed to be the ace last year, is going to be coming back at the end of April. So to me, that by putting the strength of your team on the starting pitching, it gives you a chance every night. And I think that's important.
Jeff, I've told a few stories on the air about Brian Snitker and, the lifelong baseball guy who he would tell the story to me about, he sort of was brought along kicking and screaming to embrace the analytics, but he embraces the analytics and then just doesn't. But during games, he's managing from his gut. He's managing
Absolutely.
with things. And that's what I think a lot of these managers are not doing. They're managing by binders, and I worry about that.
Let me tell you, for the first time last year, I think we all can agree we saw Dave Roberts actually manage maybe somewhat the way he wanted to during the World Series. Leaving guys in a little bit longer, not pulling them, not just putting this guy, like Julio Urias when he was in the game last year, he finally just left him in. I think back 2 years ago when I called Washington and L.A. in the NLDS, when I called it for TBS, and Kit Maeda was absolutely dealing, and they pull him, bring in Kershaw. And the more you do that kind of stuff to me, the more you mess it up. And that's why I said I think you're seeing the Phillies, which I like. Think back to the glory days, man. I don't care what anybody says. You had Ruben Amaro, Charlie Manuel, and that whole crew, kind of going, and then they just totally went away from it. And because of, to me, none other than, look, some guys got old. And you have to rebuild sometimes. It's not going to be perfect. You lost all your starting pitching and a lot of your great offensive players. So I love that they've kind of gone back. Joe Girardi's a baseball guy, man, and Dave Dombrowski. But I totally agree. Brian Snitker, if you go listen, he listens to everybody. He takes all the info. He sees some things that he said, look, that I never would have done 3-4 years ago. So I appreciate some of that. But ultimately, if I'm out there watching Ian Anderson absolutely deal, I don't care what this card says. He's staying in the game, and I can live with that. And I think that's one thing the Phillies are going to enjoy again, the fans watching Joe Girardi manage a game, is that it's going to feel more natural.
Hey, Jeff, can you take a second to talk to us about the importance of a hitting coach? We had a couple guys here in town, mostly Rhys Hoskins and Scott Kingery, that during the Gabe Kapler era kind of got beaten down with some analytics and launch angle and all that stuff that modern baseball loves. Now they're kind of, they've gone through a couple changes in hitting coaches now. Can you talk about the importance of a hitting coach, how much maybe they get in your head if there's too much information? And basically what I'm getting at is can Rhys Hoskins become that 35 to 40 home run hitter again, or has too much damage been done?
I don't think too much damage has been done. I think he's got to get to the point where he's okay with I hate to say it, maybe swinging at something bad every once in a while. I think he's become so patient that you watch him. He lets a lot of good pitches go, and I'll tell you, his first 2 years, man, I loved watching him out there, swinging. And look, he still had a good eye, but I want him hitting 35 home runs. I don't want him, hitting 18 home runs and not giving me that power, especially in that lineup. So I think, there's a lot of different hitting coaches. I remember when I first got called up, Terry Pendleton, who was a heck of a player, was our hitting coach. And he basically kind of told us, look, I'm here to flip. I'm here to do this. I'll help you the best I can. But you got up here for a reason. You're going to need help at times, but you know how to hit. So let's not overthink this. And I think that's important. I think that's something that there's so many numbers these days in launch angle. I think back to one stat, guys, that I would have loved to have when I played was exit velocity. I think that's a good stat because I think it lets players especially kind of know, man, you know what? I'm actually hitting the ball freaking hard right now. It might be at people, so I need to stay where I'm at. Because, when you pull a 1 for 12, the paper might not look at it, or the people might just say, oh, he's 1 for 12. But, they can say, look, you've hit 6-7 balls on the button. And I think that's an important stat. Some of that other stuff, you can throw it out the window as far as I'm concerned.
Jeff Francoeur, Braves broadcaster, former Philly, too, joining us here on the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. So, Jeff, I've been accused of potentially, one of our YouTube followers is obsessed with this. He's like, John is a sleeper cell. He's really a Braves fan, and he's just pretending to be a Phillies fan. You heard me when you were in high school. You then came up through Major League Baseball. Then you joined my show in Atlanta. Jeff, would you assure people that the city of Atlanta never thought of me as a Braves fan? I mean, it's just,
you need to come down here and pull them down here, and I think you'll realize what they think. I'll say this: John became a Braves fan as a second team. 100%. You get to know the players, you get to know the people, and you develop relationships. But you never lost the Philly, and I think a lot of people appreciated that because that's who you were, that's where you're from. And honestly, it's the way I feel when I come up to Philly. I love Philly. You know that. I told you.
Sure you do.
I tell the people around here, and I enjoyed the heck out of playing there and pulled for a lot of those people. But, at the end of the day, I grew up here in Atlanta. That's who I am. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was never known as the Braves guy. Let's just put it that way.
No, you are.
What is a logical number for the Phillies in your mind? Logical number for the Phillies win total for the year. If you were to just gut instinct, logical number.
I think they can win 85 to 88 games, and I think that's with. Look, if they're playing well at the deadline, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to add to that team. So it's kind of like I said with the Braves down here. I think offensively and starting pitching, the Braves are great. Their bullpen is good. Don't get me wrong, but it can get better. And I think that's if the Braves are playing well at the deadline, you're going to see maybe a bullpen tour guy. I think, the Phillies, if you're seeing them do what they could, you could see them go get a starting pitcher at the deadline and completely make that team different. So with that being said, with their team now, I think they can win 85 to 87 games.
I believe,
you add some of the deadline, you might be a 90-win team.
I believe there's one steak dinner in my future when you come through post-COVID.
I am. I owe you a steak dinner. We're going to go to We're going to go to Del Frisco's, and then we're going to hammer the butter cake at the end.
Oh, that's Jeff.
That's my one.
It's awesome.
Regret about not calling the games on the road this year. I said last night I would have been at Del Frisco in a food comatose.
Love you. Say hello to the family, and talk to you soon. See you, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
There you go, buddy. Jeff Francoeur joined us on the Comcast Business Hotline. Don't just bounce forward with Comcast Business. We would bet on football. And we would bet on football and his beloved Clemson Tigers. He would come on, and he did a weekly hit with us, and from the time he was playing. And Jeff said, well, we don't have to talk baseball every time.
That's cool.
And so we talk baseball, but then he'd want to talk football. He loves football.
I think Ricky Bowe might say something similar to you today.
Exactly. Hey, Natural Lawn of America is safer for your lawn, your kids, and your pets. Schedule their full-service program and get free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. Natural Lawn of America with greener grass and fewer weeds, guaranteed. The 8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is getting ready to come your way, and we are going to go to our envelopes because we need to go on the record with our number. And I think that was a pretty promising message from across enemy lines that people are looking at the Phillies as having a pretty competitive year. What number will we put down? We'll all put it in the envelope coming up next. We'll talk about it. Plus, Bob Cooney's had a pretty good, let's just say, effect on me. And I'll tell you why coming up. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, John. And I got to tell you, the tournament is down to just 4 teams. So if you've been watching from the sidelines, now's your chance to get in on the action. Don't wait any longer. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is hooking you up with exclusive 40-1 odds on all 4 teams left in the bracket, even the favorites. That's right. New users can get 40-1 odds on any team to win this round. You can win $200 on just a $5 bet. Who am I betting? Sorry, got to go chalk. Gonzaga's laying a big number. Baylor is also laying a pretty big number. Not as big, but I'm going with the favorites this weekend. All you have to do is download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and make your first deposit to unlock exclusive 40-1 odds. The app is so easy to use, and they have the best promotions and live betting. And when you win, you get your money in as little as 24 hours. Just sign up with promo code Bob so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Bob. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. New users only. Must wager in designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
You're a middle-aged man. You can't be a DJ.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
help you keep it all for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? You're fully monitored by their certified staff, and you'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in 40 days, contractually guaranteed with NJ Diet. Located close by in Princeton and Cherry Hill. You don't leave your house. NJ Diet, also available nationwide with live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
The thing about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. We probably don't even need the words, the Name Your Price tool, to tell you that our humpback whale pup gives you options based on your budget, or that our novelty hand buzzer helps you save on car insurance. And that's the thing about the tiny felt bag filled with marbles. At this point, you've heard a lot of ads about the elusive northern bobcat. The Name Your Price tool. The neighbor who baked you banana bread. Only from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Guys, we need to clear a path here.
Indeed knows unexpected employee turnover can stall your business.
By tonight. John.
Like at Chris's Logistics Company, to avoid things grinding to a halt, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Introducing touch-free payments from PayPal, a safe way for your customers to pay. Simply download the PayPal app and display your own unique QR code for your customers to scan. Whether you're a market seller,
I'll take 2 tomatoes and a cucumber.
poodle pamperer, piano tuner, or plumber. Signing up to accept touch-free payments for your business is easy. Touch-free QR code payments. Shop safe with PayPal.
Since there was no basketball tournament last March, Unibet is offering twice the sign-up bonus this year. Get $40 free and $500 risk-free. With twice the bonus, go twice as hard. Woo! Watch on 2 screens. Woohoo, yeah! On 2 couches. Both cheeks. And place twice the bets. Bonus! Get $40 free and $500 risk-free. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We're all ready for spring. Now's the time to get ready for spring projects with help from the Home Depot. Install a brand new faucet. Lay down fresh new flooring. Roll on a bright new coat of paint. Need to figure square footage or paint coverage? Our project calculators will do the math. Do it all from our app. And get delivery right to your door. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with innovative help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español? Hablo. It's hablo? Yes. It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's babbel.com, BABBEL.com.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. And bounce forward. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Philly. Shop Rally House for the latest Philly styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
You know, I think a lot of people are feeling that quarantine 15 right about now. I know I am. So Natalie and I just finished the juice cleanse with Squeeze.com.
I did a 3-day cleanse, Mike. Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market. With Squeeze.com, you get your juices, you can sleep better, and you get rid of that belly bloat.
Now, here's the best part. You order by 1 p.m., you'll receive same-day delivery by 9 p.m. So go to Squeezed.com and join us on our juice journey and start that cleanse today.
It's Masters time. That lovely time of the year when we get to look at these Augusta, and you're totally missing out if you haven't used PropSwap to buy and sell your favorite golfer. PropSwap is the only app that allows you to pick your favorite golfer and then sell your bets whenever you want. Many prop swappers like myself, I haven't made thousands yet, but I hope to one day. Many prop swappers are making thousands out there just by buying and selling their golfers, all tournament long. This allows you to win over and over without your golfer ever touching that green jacket. We get in now while the odds are high, then we sell our tickets when the odds go down. Remember, a lot of states can't legally gamble, but they can buy your tickets on PropSwap. So join us. Do some prop swapping today. PropSwap offers the best odds in the country on all your favorite teams in every sport every single day. How? Because you're buying directly from other sports bettors who have listed their tickets in legalized states like Pennsylvania and Jersey. And when you're ready to cash out, PropSwap is the new way to win bigger at sports betting. And who doesn't love an advantage? We all need it. We also use PropSwap as a fantastic resource to hedge. Let me tell you, this is one of the coolest apps I've seen in a long time. So join us. Go to PropSwap.com today and download the free app.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Opening day 2021. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Positivity ruling today. And gentleman here says, I was very skeptical. Hearing a Braves broadcaster coming on, he said, did you know what he was going to say about the Phillies? And I said to him, I said, I would have brought him on if he said the Phillies were going to win 75 games.
Yeah.
But he's very optimistic. He believes that, he said, you didn't ask him what position they'd be in the division. I said, no, I just asked what kind of team are they? He is a big believer, though, and we didn't get into it deeper, but I know from Jeff, when Dave Dombrowski got hired, he goes, clutch hire. Yeah.
Seems to be the word around baseball.
That was the text. He goes, clutch hire.
He's been impressive so far.
He said, what he'll do is just stabilize. I said, well, what's so good about him? And he said, you've got an adult in the room. The man knows exactly how to do the job. He's done it. He's worked with everybody. He knows everybody. And he said, and if you don't believe that players that are on the open market or players that are not attracted to that, stable organizations with guys in charge that. So he's a big
I think
fan.
we undervalue that as fans.
He's a big. I think we do too. I know I do.
The guy that attracts.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Well, look at his non-roster invitees this year.
I've been
And the
impressed
guys
with
he
all
brought
of his
to camp.
moves. My concern with him at the time of the hire was, can he remake this farm system into something credible? Because look,
We did in Detroit.
Yeah, you can sign all the free agents in the world. It doesn't matter unless you have a farm system.
Yes, truth. Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com, and they are the fine sponsor of our 8 o'clock hour. Let's start it this way, folks. It's envelope time again. 162 chances for your Philadelphia Phillies to be successful, but just one chance for all of us to be right. And isn't that what we all want, to be right? When all's said and done, we won't open these envelopes again till October. And the show seems pretty confident that we're all looking for a winning season. So we will all keep it to ourselves and write down the number of wins that the Phillies will secure. From our conversations, though, I have been believing that we're all going to be in the relative same neighborhood, so I've decided to throw the tiebreaker curveball at us. You will also predict the amount of wins that Zach Eflin will secure this season.
Spicy.
As a tiebreaker, just in case two people end up with the same number or two people are just a game apart on who is victorious here. Because that seems to be the bigger point of contention on the show. We all sort of seem like, yeah, Phillies are going to be a winning team, but the Zach Eflin issue has been interesting. So it's time to go on the record, and may the best baseball man win. So that is what everybody's going to take their pen. I have to get my pen because they didn't even have a pen out. So I'll get my pen here.
one?
Bob, you feeling good on this?
You need a pen?
You can give it to me. Yeah, you can give it. I'll use Jamie's.
Little bit of a.
I lost that in the lights. He threw it like a spear at me there. Let me go as the number. So everybody's putting down a number.
All right, I'm in.
Everybody's putting down a number. Now you need your
always have
Zach
to announce
number.
that?
But you also need your Zach. You need your Zach number. But what's the Zach number?
Oh, I already had that. I've had that in my head.
You already had that.
Yeah.
The Zach number. Okay. And I'm going to put the Zach number down, and I've done it. And I'll throw the pen right back to you at the same time. See, same thing. You lost it in the lights.
Bad bad cook up here.
You lost it in the lights. You look like Nelson Aguilar in a couple of his, except
Todd Pinkston.
He came through pretty big for us. He came through pretty big for us at times.
He was big on that Super Bowl year.
I'm going to write that down.
I won't speak ill of him.
I forgot to put the name on the envelope, but I'll do that here coming up. And I would say that number, the first number was incredibly easy to write. The second number was not.
I think we're going to have some ties on that first number.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
because we're all in the same range.
We're all in the same sort of range,
which is like a 3 to 4 game window.
Pat, do you believe?
Are we allowed to lick envelopes? Because I just did.
I licked the finger.
I licked the finger. Yeah, we're all like 100 wins, right?
Didn't you know George's wife died from licking envelopes, Bob?
It was
Susan.
his fiance.
During
Susan's wife.
Soon to be wife.
During the four of us, what are the odds that we all put the same? Like we all put or three of us have the same number? Because I don't think it's
105.
Because I don't believe that.
I had 107.
Because I don't believe the number is going to be the same.
I know mine's not. I don't think.
I think Jamie's right. I think we're all in the ballpark, but I don't think any of us have.
I think we're all in the neighborhood.
I think maybe two of us might have the same number, but that's it.
What would you think is the greatest disparity, Pat, between the Zach number?
Oh, at least 5 wins.
Oh, that's a tasty opinion.
I don't know if you would go irrationally low on him.
No, Zach Eflin to me.
I think we're all going to be right around the same number there,
so
too.
I.
Yeah.
We're very well, as far as how that checks out.
I want to say it.
Don't say it because it's sealed away. And the best thing is, every time you do one of these envelope operations, when you open up the envelope, everyone always says the same things. I forgot what I wrote because I had a gentleman sent me an email the other day, and I'll keep it out here. Ed says to me, excuse me for a second as I pull it up. That's good radio. Ed says to me, how could you guys be opening up the envelope and not remember what you put as who the Eagles were going to pick at 6? He goes, it seems like a bit of a silly premise. You all would remember it. Why don't you just say it? I said, because we have to show it.
We got to
That's
prove
what I told him. I said, we have to prove what we thought. That's why we put it in the envelope.
We lie. So we have to.
Because somebody would go, oh, yeah, I was in on that. Yeah. I thought this is. Plus, too, I said to him, too, it's fun to be right. It is fun to be right.
It's fun to pull it out. Yep, there it is.
Had it.
That's my
Bob,
writing.
let me get that pen from you there. It's fine. We're as far as there you go. Bob tosses a pen properly.
Yeah.
And we will put those down there. So I've now named my picks. So baseball picks, we'll put them away and we'll put them in the vault and we will check back in on them and there's a safe actually in Coach's office that we can use. Bob, you've had a good influence on me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think you've had a good influence. I've said that too. I think real good influence on me. I've decided to bury the hatchet with something today. I am going to, and it's April Fool's Day, so people don't believe it.
Everybody's on edge.
I am going to go back as a guest today on my old radio station.
Ooh.
Something I swore I would not do. And I thought about Bob, though, is that Bob just seems exhausted with the idea of you carry around stuff. You said it in a conversation last week, and I wrote it down. Well, you're talking
Baggage.
about something with sports, it seems like a waste of energy, is what you said during a conversation.
Fighting is like a waste of energy. It's tiring.
And it's tiring. But the thing is, I have no gripe with any of my old coworkers. None of them.
Yeah, they didn't make the decision.
I love them. They're
Yeah.
like family. So I decided.
Imagine someday you'll say that about us, John.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be in retirement when that happens. But I said, so I decided to do it today. Now, the problem is everybody is emailing going, I'm not falling for the stupid prank. Because they're all saying Kincade has the list. It's the list.
The hosts aren't on the list.
But the hosts aren't on the list.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You know what? You just made the list.
Right. So, but they all know the list. So they're like.
What wrestler is that, by the way?
The Miz.
It's Chris Jericho.
That's Jericho?
Oh, it's Jericho.
There
You're
you
right.
go.
I was wrong. Wow.
I did not.
And you're a wrestling fan?
I did not know that. You know that Staples has got everything you need to be organized and productive, like home office furniture, the latest tech, and organizational supplies, all at amazing prices. Get a fresh start with big savings from Staples. Bob, I was talking about being tired, and then Bob Cooney in the very next conversation was talking about that it's exhausting to have that stuff is exhausting.
I just think going through life looking for arguments,
Or a
fights,
slight.
all that. It is. It's tiring. And I say that to my kids all the time. Drama's tiring. Just try to be happy. Happy is really uplifting, and you're not as tired.
So I decided, since I have nothing against my old coworkers at all.
Yeah, go for it.
And I love them like family. I said,
Just
you know
speak
what?
glowingly of us.
Yes. Now, do I put the dig in, though? Because the boss who owns the company will be listening.
Oh, absolutely. I think you take it.
So, Bob, this is where I get my pebbles at. You said pebbles or death by 1,000
You got to
cuts.
take a little slight
So I'm
dig.
taking shots during this.
I'm trying to get it to the point where after the interview, an email goes out saying he can't be on anymore.
I plan on doing the chicken Caesar was the big thing. So I was going to sign a contract extension when I got told that, well, there won't be any contract.
Well, their losses are gain.
And I had ate a chicken Caesar while I do it. So now
it's a nice item.
So now being chicken Caesared has become part of the vernacular,
okay.
and they've even started to use it. And we're told a couple hosts said it when a player got cut. They were like, "Oh, he got chicken Caesared," and a memo did go on that one.
Oh yeah, no,
don't do
I
that.
try to burn it down, and it wouldn't be the first time Atlanta was burned. So
Is that they could exactly?
You know what's a nice item? The chicken Caesar wrap.
By the way, you do know that
I had that at the 5-iron.
By the way, what kind of a history buff are you?
I know enough.
Egan's sneaky good history, I'm going to say.
He's a sneaky good student.
I think he's sneaky good history guy.
Did you know that when Albuquerque got burned down in the Civil War, that they built the new city on top of it?
That was Sherman's march to...
Yes.
Yeah.
But they built the new city on top of it.
Just on top of
why
the
your
ruins?
elevation's so high.
But yeah, well, no, it's not part of it. I mean, we're 1,200, it's like a 1,200 feet above sea level city. But the old city and large portions of the old city are underground.
Huh.
That's good.
And if you've ever heard of Underground Atlanta.
Is there tours?
No.
Because I did that in Seattle where there's like an underground.
There's businesses.
Really?
And actually, businesses exist in what was old Atlanta underneath the roads.
Huh.
That's cool.
So there's
That is cool.
underground. So there it is. So there's a little history buff for you. Now,
Wow.
I need a perfect 10 today from our man Jamie Lynch as we go to Mock Draft 10.0. But before we start,
This is new.
they're at 12.
Yeah.
So we really got to be careful here. So, I mean, this is very exciting stuff, and our friends at Prop Swap bring it to us.
Of course they do. And you can find the best odds in the country only on the free Prop Swap app because you are buying directly from people like us, other sports bettors who are ready to cash out. Join the rest of us and go to PropSwap.com right away. So the new
Sounds
mock
good.
is basically picks 7 through 12.
Correct. Well, yes.
1 through 6, we've been over 9 times now.
And I don't even want to see who goes at 6 because it's going to be a kick in the beanbag.
You're not going to like it.
Oh, jeez.
So why don't we send it to the
Let's just do
commish
it.
and let's get through these first 6 picks. Trevor Lawrence. All right, next.
With the second pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select
Zach Wilson. Justin Fields.
with the third pick in the NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select
Justin Fields.
with the fourth pick in the NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons select
Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State.
with the fifth pick in the NFL draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select
Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
with the sixth pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select
Kyle Pitts, tight end, wide receiver, University of Florida.
Wow.
All right, now the new
Okay,
draft
now let's
begins.
go. 7,
This
yes.
is where it gets important.
All right.
with the seventh pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit Lions select
Penei Sewell, offensive tackle. If he falls to them at 7,
they'll be thrilled.
They should be thrown in jail if they don't take him.
That's a great pick if that's how it ends up.
If I'm Detroit, I'm naked.
That's a great pick.
Commish?
You're such an idiot.
You're making the pick naked. That's
Totally.
There you go.
with the eighth pick In the NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers select.
Now, this is the kind of linchpin of this whole shebang here. Because Carolina's desperate for a quarterback. They're going to try and, I would think, make a move somewhere. I don't know if they can get in the top 5 and get that quarterback now, though. If Mac Jones is on the board, I don't think he's Rule's guy, but I think they're going to heavily consider him because of how desperate they are. I'll go Mac Jones, quarterback, University of Alabama.
I don't hate the logic at all.
Yeah.
At all.
They don't have any other options right now.
Yeah, I don't hate the logic at all.
They're kind of screwed. That trade at 3,
oh, they got Jones.
That ruined them.
Desperate.
Commish.
With the 9th pick in the NFL draft, the Denver Broncos select.
He's got some off-the-field baggage, but on the field, this guy's an absolute monster. Denver likes their linebackers and edge rushers. Micah Parsons, linebacker, Penn State University.
They do like their linebackers, so the logic does hold there.
Commish.
With the 10th pick in the NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys select.
Cornerback, University of Alabama, Patrick Surtain. We all know they need defense.
They do. That'll be a sad one to see come off the board.
Look,
that'll be a bad one to see come off the board.
If the best cornerback falls to you at 10 and you're in desperate
thrilled.
need, you're
thrilled.
pumped.
Yeah, they're thrilled.
Commish.
With the 11th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select.
Rashawn Slater, combo, center, guard, tackle.
Not a bad pick at all.
Whatever the hell you need him to be. Lineman from Northwestern University going up to North Jersey.
Okay.
And finally, Commish.
Oh, boy. I'm nervous.
With the 12th pick in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
I was between two guys, but today...
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that, but...
A rock in a hard place.
Now you're married.
More like heaven.
Yes.
The Philadelphia Eagles select wide receiver, University of Alabama.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle. Devontae Smith still on the board.
Guess what?
I'm letting you process.
I do not mind the logic. I'm going to freaking hate draft night. It's
going to be torturous because not only do you have to live with the pick at 6, then you have to deal with Dallas and New York.
When I see what happened at 6, and honestly, I had one of the most mind-numbingly crazy conversations yesterday. I was hoping that Anthony Gargano had seen NFL Live. They were doing a discussion of who controls the draft now. Like, who controls the draft? And they're all talking
6.
The 6th pick in the frickin' draft.
Yeah, it kind of does.
The 6th pick in the frickin' draft.
Yeah.
Controls the draft now. They were debating between Cincinnati. The two choices were
5 and 6.
Cincinnati's the 6th.
Yeah.
I'm saying because they know Atlanta doesn't want to trade out.
Yeah.
And now that the quarterbacks are coming,
yeah.
They want to get the quarterback of the future, but they may be able to get the offensive lineman stud.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Miami, you might be looking at a Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts versus Penei Sewell.
It came down to a debate of Cincinnati, and they also think that Cincinnati doesn't want to move out of 5. That they really don't want to.
Because you're getting either the best wide receiver or the best offensive tackle, which, look, you can make the argument that wide receivers shouldn't be drafted that high and offensive tackles should. But either way, they're sitting pretty.
So then they're all debating who controls the draft, and they're like, "Oh, the 6th pick."
Yeah.
Well, the 6th pick would have been freaking more valuable if you held it. If you held it, there is no argument about this. There's no argument to be made that it wouldn't have been more valuable to hold on to that pick. You didn't have to do it when you did it.
Yeah. I always thought because we put so much concentration on the first 6 picks that it was just, okay, when it gets to the Eagles 6, let's see what happens, and then it falls off. Now that they've gone to 12, this really, I'm not going to say it's a 6-man draft, but after 6,
it's tough.
No, it seems to really fall off.
There's good players, no doubt.
There's good players.
How about on draft grades? Bob, to your point, draft grades. They're saying if you go by, because they have Sewell going 7th now.
Okay.
Some people.
They're smart. That's what I had.
So, and that is smart.
Those days.
They had 8th pick through 23rd pick. the lowest draft grade variance ever.
Wow.
Right now, 4 weeks out from the draft, a little less than it's 4 weeks today.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
8th pick to 23rd. Never have the draft grades been where the 22nd pick could be as rated as high as the 9th pick. The 20th pick could be rated as high as the 12th pick.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. And I've got to tell you, Jamie, I hate your pick there.
Thank you.
I don't hate you. I just hate the message.
I will say one
hate
thing.
the message.
If Rashawn Slater is there at 12, you absolutely have to consider
Must
him.
consider it. Here's what I'd like to consider, though. Somebody may be smarter in our audience. Pat, have you ever assumed that somebody may be smarter than Jamie?
Oh, for Jamie, yeah. For Jamie, yeah.
Every day in a staff meeting, I usually think that there's got to be somebody potentially smarter than Jamie.
He's a very intelligent guy, but yeah.
Can we prove it, though? Can somebody prove it?
Like somebody like Beat the Bro?
Okay,
yeah.
well, tell me the concept.
Bring it on.
Because Pat brought this sneaky little concept up.
He is sneaky.
So, what's the concept, Pat? Let's talk about it.
So, if you head on over to our Twitter account at 975JK Show or 97.5thefanatic.com, and I'm going to put it on Facebook in a second, you can enter to beat Jamie in his mock draft. So, all you have to do is enter, and then you can put, pick number 1 is going to be Trevor Lawrence. Pick number 2 is going to be Zach Wilson. It doesn't matter what team, but if you have the most correct picks, you'll walk away with $250 from our friends at PropSwap.
Okay,
that's not bad.
Great deal. And
I could go.
PropSwap are good friends of Jamie Lynch.
Absolutely. Wait,
You'll
so
also,
if nobody beats me, I get the $250, right?
No.
That's the way this works?
No, you don't.
Oh, come on.
Stop that.
Wait a minute.
Because someone's going to beat you.
I bet you that PropSwap would do that.
They would.
Give him $250?
I think they would.
I think they've given him enough money.
He doesn't deserve it.
I've heard the commercials. I think they sort of do. I'm excited, though, Jamie, that Jamie was very open to this.
This is fun. I can't wait.
And Jamie said he was willing to, he's willing to go up against anybody and show that he knows more. I like this.
This is fun to me. 4 weeks out. This is when it starts getting
4
real.
4 weeks out, right.
Yeah, it's real now.
I thought of Jamie when I came up kind of with the idea for it because Jamie did no less than 150, 200 mock drafts last year.
Jamie, though, I'm all going to tell you, do your homework because he's doing his homework. He's not just throwing him out there. Sometimes he does his homework at the lunch table.
Yeah.
But he's doing his homework.
Yeah, it's
so
not
Bob,
willy-nilly.
Bob, Jamie or the field?
Ooh.
Does someone beat the bro?
I say no. I say Jamie
Wow.
wins
How about
this.
this?
I'll say yes.
How about this?
I got your back and you don't have your own back.
I'm going to say, just to make this clear, I say a listener ties the bro.
All right.
And if he ties the bro or she ties the bro, they win, right? Because they're going to win the contest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I say somebody ties you. I say somebody doesn't beat you.
Wow. All right. I think
because I've liked. I am waiting, as you know from working with me already. I'm waiting to pick apart your logic.
Sure.
I've liked your logic.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the most logical thing you've said in the show since we worked together. 'Cause your work is very good on
that
this,
number
so.
8 Carolina pick is the
So
crux
get on
of it all.
It is. It really does. It changes everything. So check it on out. Go to the Twitter feed at 97.5 JK Show to enter our Beat the Bro contest. So we look forward to having everybody involved in that. And thanks, PropSwap, for being a part of it. Absolutely awesome. It's a Thursday. That means it's game time. And I believe the name dropper is making a return. Get online right now. You want to play the game with us? Of course you do. For fabulous prizes. 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. It's a game time Thursday. Get on in now. Get lined up to win a fabulous prize on the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I know, guys, we had a great time the other day at 5 Iron in Center City. 5 Iron Golf.
Oh, what a
absolutely
blast.
awesome. It was fantastic. Great. The golf simulators where you are really choosing wherever you want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking at
You guys
all
went to
the courses.
California. I chose to go to South Carolina and Kiowa.
They've got great packages for the Masters to play on the simulators and order food while you watch the Masters starting April 7th. It is absolutely awesome. Check it out. I think you're going to go a lot. I know Jamie saw one of his buddies in there who has a membership.
Yeah, he's doing a tournament. They follow the PGA Tour. It's incredible.
This is
Great
incredible.
idea.
Check out the full menu. You can store your clubs there. You can use the locker rooms. You can take advantage of the Golf Pro, but don't take too much advantage of them. There may be a lawsuit. If you want to improve your golf game or get started with the sport, it is a fantastic spot. That's what Mikey was doing, getting started with the sport. Look no further than our friends at 5 Iron on Chestnut Street in Center City. We are absolutely going to be back at 5 Iron. It's awesome. Visit 5 Iron at 2116 Chestnut Street in Center City and at 5irongolf.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Simmons into the lane, and he windmills a jam with the right hand.
Sixers Cavs tonight at 7 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Corona, official partner of the 76ers.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
And bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get a powerful and reliable internet solution from Comcast Business, starting at $69.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card when you upgrade. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Prepaid card offer ends 5/9/21. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second service customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment installation taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Call for details.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Now they can let Jalen Hurts play this whole year. And if he plays well, they've got their quarterback of the future. And if he doesn't, no team is better positioned than the Eagles in 2022 to go get the quarterback that they need.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
68 teams started and only the best have survived. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new customers in the center of the action. Bet $1 on any tournament game, and if your team wins, you win $100. It's that simple. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Spring is on its way. Almost time to roll out the green carpet. Start planning now with innovative help from the Home Depot. Use our project calculators to figure how much grass seed you'll need, or just the right amount of mulch. Our online workshops and how-to videos will get you up to speed fast, from outdoor fire pits to planter projects. If you're ready to roll, so are we. Download our mobile app to get started. Bring on spring with help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, have you noticed how everyone's grammar is completely awful now? Like, you know, the texting and the LOLs. Whatever happened to punctuation? I mean, drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? If you're looking for your engine to run a little smoother, some fuel system cleaner could help. Right now, we have buy one, get one free on Chevron Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Plus, AutoZone Rewards members get a $1 bonus reward. Not a member? Don't worry. Joining is easy, and you can even earn an extra $5 bonus reward when you join with a valid email. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Does it feel like finding clothes in your fit is impossible? Tired of feeling overwhelmed with options that just aren't right? Let the experts at Stitch Fix do the shopping for you. At Stitch Fix, we make sure each piece is hand-selected for your life. So whether you're staying home or on the go, Stitch Fix has the answer for what to wear. We make it easy to find what works for you. Signing up takes just a few minutes, and styles are delivered directly to your door. Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, your style delivered.
What do you get when you talk to a Dell Technologies advisor?
You get someone who understands there's an art to listening,
Sure.
who's able to hear more than what's being said, and can provide tailored small business solutions that make you feel truly heard.
I understand. Let's get started.
For advice on everything from laptops to the cloud and solutions powered by Intel vPro platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
Where will the Inside Track take you?
At Widener University, you'll go further than you ever imagined. Take courses in flexible formats.
Online, on campus, or both.
Research with industry-shaping faculty.
Get published.
Get mentored.
Complete an internship, or 2.
Or 3.
Build a network of professionals who make your success their priority.
At Widener, you'll graduate ready for your first job, next promotion, and everything that lies beyond.
That's the Inside Track.
That's Widener University.
Got to tell you that my friends at the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, that app is the best way to stay engaged. In fact, like last night, you see a bad hockey team playing poorly. Do you bet with them? Do you bet against them? The live odds changing in the game are fascinating. And that's one of the best parts about the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. They do a great job for you. But if you're not a customer right now and you want to get involved, this is the best time to join. You can get a risk-free bet up to $500. Just download the Parks Casino Sportsbook app or go to parkscasino.com and use the promo code FANATIC. So, do you know who's going to win the tournament? There's 2 wins to go for the college basketball tournament. Who's going to win? If you do, bet a futures bet right now. You get better odds than betting them in the finale. So get on it right now. That risk-free bet up to $500. Check it on out. It's the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Absolutely awesome, folks. We love them. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for hanging out with the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. It is a Game Time Thursday, so if you want to get in with us, Connor is waiting for your call. It's 610-632-0975, and we have got some
awesome
amazing gifts today. How about a 2-hour simulator and bar restaurant gift card to 5 Iron Golf?
If you were giving me choices, that would be my first.
I think that would be my first, too.
It was that
they're
fun.
all great prizes.
They are.
Bob
But
reading
you gotta
right from the
choose.
script there. A $25 Amazon gift card.
Can't go wrong there.
$25 NBA store gift card.
I spent $25 on Amazon last night.
Olivia spent at the NBA store and got her Sixers sweatshirt for Saturday night.
There you go. Good work.
She is so excited.
I was working
Mine
on
was
another
boring.
job.
It was a lawnmower charging cable. Not cool.
Really?
Wait, you have an electric lawnmower?
No, it's a starter, a key starter instead of the
right. You
pole.
did tell me that.
So I figured out what
Yeah,
they.
yeah.
And then there's a digital
very
download of
exciting.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Wait, what?
Gail Godot. I could look at her all day.
I heard that movie was horrible, though.
It's not
Very tall,
good,
right?
but she's breathtakingly gorgeous.
And all winners also get a pair of passes to see Godzilla vs. Kong.
It's getting some good reviews I've seen on Twitter.
It's gotten some, surprisingly good reviews. We talked about that, though, on this show, didn't
Yeah,
we?
it's like
At one time?
entertaining.
Yeah, it's stupid entertainment,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
By the way, Godzilla vs. Kong is in theaters and streaming exclusively on HBO Max right now, rated PG-13. And we love our friends at 5 Iron Golf.
I was teasing Egan on that. That's a great movie. Wonder Woman's a really good movie, but I teased him before because I watched it and I really liked it.
Well, it's game time, Patty boy.
Which names did Kincade drop last month? Let's find out as we start the Name Dropper. Let's begin.
Yes, another edition of Which Kincade Names Did Kincade Drop. There were quite a few.
You mean you had a big list?
Woo! I think you dropped, so to pull people behind the scenes, now you know what the game is. But the first Thursday in March did not come on March 1st.
Right.
So you hit so many names in the first couple days before we unveiled this game for the first time.
So you had them for March.
And then once you found out what the game was, you kind of took you relaxed a little bit.
I don't think I have.
But then you finished the month strong,
Okay,
John.
good.
Attaboy, John.
For people that aren't aware, this is a pretty simple concept. If you're new to the show, John has a tendency to drop names, whether it A, B, C, or Z-list celebrity. If John has ever met them, he's dropping their name. So I'm going to give you a name. You have to tell me if that name was dropped in the month of March. or not.
I love this.
All right.
I love this, and it is a fun game. People enjoyed it, and we have fabulous prizes, Pat. So I'm going to bring in Matt from Allentown is first up. Matt, welcome to the Fanatic. Here's Pat Egan.
All right, Matt, I'm going to give you the name Mark Hamill. Did John drop the name Mark Hamill in the month of March?
Ooh, that's a good one. Luke Skywalker, I'm going to go with yes. He dropped it.
That name was not dropped.
Star Wars?
Sorry,
Matt, you associate me with Star Wars guy?
I don't know. He seems to know a lot of people. So
there you go.
You're not a Star Wars guy.
I never saw a Star Wars movie till the last sequence of movies started, and Olivia wanted to go, so I got the box set.
Nice.
And then we watched 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, those are the originals.
And they were, but 1, 2, 3 sucked.
Yeah, they sucked. You don't have to waste your time with them.
Wait,
But I
1,
love the
2,
new
3,
one.
like Star Wars, the original?
It's
back-
4, 5,
Star
6.
Wars, the original's 4, though.
Okay.
The original Star Wars was 4. then
Empire Strikes
5
Back and
6,
Return of the Jedi.
And then they did 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. But the original Star
It's
Wars
4,
was
5,
4.
6 in the order.
That was
Right.
4, 5, 6. And I
No one
liked
cares.
them.
I love Star Wars. I
All right,
read the
let's
book.
see.
I
growing
apologize to
All right, here you
everybody
go.
for throwing out the name Mark Hamill and starting this discussion.
You
All
did
right,
this.
You did this. Chris in Newtown joins us on the name dropper. Here's Pat Egan, Chris.
Chris, I'm going to give you the name Brian Westbrook. Did John Kincade drop the name Brian Westbrook in the month of March?
yes, I'm confident.
All right, let's find out.
That name was dropped.
People from Newtown are
Very
smart.
good,
What can I
Chris.
tell
And
you?
let's take a listen to the name drop.
I had a little exchange with Brian Westbrook, by the way, where I was telling Brian Westbrook. Brian Westbrook was talking about my interview. There you
There
go.
it is. So you are going to...
Chris is a winner. What's he get?
Chris is going to win and this is an awesome gift, a 2-hour simulator/bar restaurant gift card to 5 Iron Golf. It is an incredible experience. I got a lot of golf in there.
Chris,
That's
it's
awesome.
awesome. And Pat took the most swings of anybody.
Absolutely.
He loved it. He loved it.
Nice.
You're
I'm
gonna
looking forward to it.
You're gonna enjoy it. Thank
It'll be
you
a
for
good
listening,
time.
Chris.
Yeah, Pat
Thanks.
probably took triple the swings that Connor and I did.
Yeah, but he enjoyed it though.
I'm trying to brag, but a couple of the holes I did get the max score. So I think I won. Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
Got the most
let's
points.
See. Let's see what. Now here's a name an underrated name you do not hear enough. Earl.
Great name.
Earl in Washington Township is on the Fanatic here on Name Dropper. Earl, welcome to the show. Here's Pat.
Earl, did John Kincade drop the name Desmond Howard? Desmond Howard, did he drop that name in March?
Yes.
That name was dropped.
Attaboy, Earl.
He's on the list.
Finally.
He's
Earl. He's on the list.
Earl doesn't care. He just wants to hear the
Jericho,
actual drop
no.
happen. Here you go.
You do an interview? Desmond Howard, head first into his phone,
Yeah.
answering your questions, not looking at. Yes, he is a bit of a jerk. Earl, you are the man, and you're going to win a prize. Pat, what does Earl win?
Earl is going to win a $25 NBA store gift card.
Very good,
Nice.
Earl. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Get some
Happy
sick.
opening day.
Good
Yeah,
job.
same
Put
to
you
you,
on
Earl.
hold, Earl. I love that. And that's an understated name.
Earl?
Earl.
Strong.
It's a strong man's name.
Yeah.
But it's a name that you don't hear.
Not a ton of.
lot. You don't hear that.
What's the first Earl that comes to the name? Or mind?
Earl the Pearl Washington.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's such a sweet
Nelson.
nickname.
What's your Mount Rushmore of Earls?
Not in the show. Put it on the poll question.
All right, Nelson.
in Philadelphia joins us.
Nelson.
going on, guys?
The
Hey,
na-
Nelson.
The name I'm going to give you is Mike Keenan. Did John drop the name Mike Keenan in the month of March?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey,
This
let's
is
find
a-
out. Let's
this is a
find
3-foot putt.
Hey, let's find out.
That name was not dropped.
You did it.
Oh, you tricked him.
You dropped it in February, and you've already dropped it today. So there's a precursor for next month.
Nelson.
You did not take.
Nelson.
You gave it up for Lent.
Nelson, that was a trick question
Nelson,
on you,
Egan
Nelson.
screwed you, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he really did.
Yeah. What a loser.
He did. We'll put you on hold. Guess what? I want you put on hold, and I want Connor to send you something, even if it's a t-shirt.
We'll give him a digital download of Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
you get the
'cause
Wonder Woman digital download.
I did mess with him. That's
All right, get on the
3-foot
line,
putt.
610-632-0975. We all nodded our head thinking
I
yes,
thought for
and we
sure,
were wrong.
yeah.
How
Well,
about
you gave it up for Lent?
we're living here in Levittown. James is on the Fanatic. James, say hello to Pat.
What's going on, Pat?
All right, James. The name I'm going to give you is Lou Diamond Phillips. Did John drop the name Lou Diamond Phillips? Bonus point, did he call him Louie? Yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
All right, let's find out.
Yes to both.
That name was not dropped.
I'm sorry.
James, he got you, too. We're going to get you that digital download of Wonder Woman.
It was so random that I thought for a second you did, and I missed it.
Now, the strange thing is, Pat, Lou Diamond Phillips is on absolutely one of my favorite television shows right now on TV.
What?
He is on a show called Prodigal Son.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That is on Fox, and it is a fantastic watch.
Yeah? What's his best-known piece of work?
La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Yeah?
Probably.
Be, right?
I mean, he did a few.
That airplane movie with Iron Eagle.
But he was in that 80s. He was in those 80s crowds. But he's in a show with Jesus from The Walking Dead.
Jim Caviezel.
No, the guy who was Jesus on The Walking Dead. JD in Southampton joins us. By the way, we heard that was somebody's favorite gig this week. JD in Southampton, welcome to the Fanatic on Name Dropper. How are you, buddy?
Hi, John. How you doing?
Good, man.
All right, JD, did John drop the name Jim Caviezel in March? Did John drop the name Jim Caviezel?
What, the actor?
Yep. Did he drop that name?
I don't remember him dropping that name. I'll say no.
That name was not
Good
dropped.
job, JD.
Way to go, JD.
JD, he's getting tricky with this game, isn't he?
JD, you're gonna win a $25 Amazon gift card. So good job sniffing that out.
Good job, JD.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
And thanks for listening so intently.
Egan got a little cheeky with that
You're getting a little.
I'm feeling myself.
You're being a bit of a D today.
I'm feeling myself.
I kind of like it. You got to be a little tough. Way to go,
Just
Pat.
be giving these are good prizes.
Bob, I think he's just being a bit of a D.
Well, he always is a bit of a D, but you know.
Here's Ron in the Northeast. Ron, welcome to the Fanatic. How are you, brother?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good,
I'm
man.
the guy that makes the cores, I think is.
Oh, you're awesome.
Oh, those looked awesome.
Good job, Ron.
All right, I'm going to give you the name Larry Fitzgerald. Did John drop the name Larry Fitzgerald in the month of March?
I'm going to say no.
All right, let's find out.
That name was dropped.
Oh, Ron. Ron, we're gonna get you the digital download. I know, Pat. I know why he was. I know why he's doing that.
What do you mean? Why he's doing that?
I know why Larry Fitzgerald's name was dropped.
Yeah, because you said it. Here it is.
Just be quiet.
What would Larry Fitzgerald do? Seen and not heard, ever.
Mm-hmm. No, he's heard. Remember I had the hotel room next to him?
Oh, right.
Blasting his music when he's in the shower. Like so loud that other people could hear it. And Larry Fitzgerald's a legend. So you're not supposed to complain.
No.
So when I saw him on the radio row, then I complained.
What did he say?
Oh, I did do that.
And what did he?
Because you're in the next room, really? He goes, what's your room? And I gave the number, and he goes, you are in the next room. But I called him out for it.
But he's such a gracious gentleman.
He's a very, very good guy.
He's a spectacular
He's a great guy.
Do we go one more, Pat?
Yeah, one more, and then Connor grab that for next month.
All right, Scott in Quakertown. Welcome to the Fanatic.
How you doing?
Good, Scotty. What's up, buddy?
Not much.
All right, Scott, the name I'm going to give you is Andrew Ridgeley, a.k.a. the other guy from Wham. Andrew Ridgeley, the other guy from Wham. Did he drop that name?
No.
All right, let's find out.
That name was not dropped.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
shocked. Good job, Scotty.
Way to go, Scott.
Scott, I got that one wrong in my own, and it's the show I do, and I got that wrong.
That tells you a lot about yourself, John. But Scott's going to win a $25 digital Amex code.
There you go, Scott. How about that? Good deal there.
All right.
Spend it, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Now, the best part about this whole game, in my opinion, is we find out all the names that Kincade dropped. Let's take a listen.
As an old month concludes and a new month begins, let's take a look back fondly at all the names that were dropped last month.
I had a little exchange with Brian Westbrook, by the way. I've heard Doug Godley, Ron McGill.
Ron McGill.
Jeff Francoeur, when he started his broadcast career, he would come on. Even
even though my buddy R.J. Bell, that is an homage to my buddy Nick Cellini. Todd Graffinini, the voice of the New Orleans Pelicans, a good buddy of mine. The Ugg shoes, I have them in my closet, though, personally given to me by Tom Brady. People are always like, why are you always jumping Florio on social media? I said, I've known Mike for like 20 years. Just be quiet.
What would Larry Fitzgerald do?
Remember I had the hotel room next to him?
Oh, right.
Fred Blankenship, a buddy of mine.
Plus, Pat Riley, Annika Sorenstam, Desmond Howard, Mike Francesa, Larry Fitzgerald, Bobby Hebert, Eric Hinsky, Mike Vick, Chris Mortensen, Gary Carter, the ghost of Whitney Houston, Ralph Sampson, Lo Bow Wow. We pour one out for all those names that were dropped. And for the ones who will be dropped soon.
The ghost of Whitney actually came up,
It's
man.
a great story.
Good job, Patrick.
Very good, Pat.
That's awesome.
Pat, that is exceptional.
John, you keep being you.
All I see is you.
Don't change because we'll need to come up with another game.
So I have to say resist the urge. So I ignore that advice. Resist the urge to be you. I gotta resist that. I have not. That is one thing that, and Bob, it's weird that you say that here because that is something that Steven is very proud of me for. He goes, I'm proud of you that you don't mind getting mocked and that you also have not changed your ways. So Egan will have plenty more for the April edition. So there you go. Good job, guys.
There's probably 4 or 5 from
Pat,
today.
Pat, that was an excellent job. Ron McGill, though. Of all the odds of Ron McGill being
I mean, Todd Graffinini never.
Do you know Ron McGill?
I have no idea who Ron McGill is, but I wrote him down.
McGill?
I know the name, but I don't know.
I do
Ron
not.
McGill? Legendary tennis coach at Georgia.
Oh, then I don't know the name.
Like, what the hell?
Todd Graffinini's, his brand is growing here in Philly.
Hey, Graf, and he's like, he goes, dude, when the Pelicans come to town, we're coming to town. He goes, like, you know, I got to make it.
Is he sending you like a free dinner every month for all this? Pub?
I said, Graf is going to one of the most joyous people in broadcasting. So he'll join us.
That's high praise from you, being as joyous as your favorite word.
And joyous is my favorite word. He's joyous. He's joyous because he's another grinder who worked his way from being intern to part-time to full-time to then getting a dream job. And he didn't get the Saints play-by-play job. And the day he was up for the Saints play-by-play job,
right?
The Saints idiotically went with some guy an ex-player who'd never done play-by-play. It crashed and burned. Crashed and burned. Horrible decision. But they passed on him, and then the New Orleans Pelicans hired him. And the day he didn't get the Saints job, I said to him, something good's happening for you. You're talented. It's come happen for you. And it did. There you go. Let's get over to
Pat every day.
Let's go to Cooney's Corner where something good always happens. But this brought a smile to my face.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
It's happening. It's happening on Saturday. This 7'2" monster of a man is going to return to the basketball court.
I'm so excited
for your Philadelphia
they're not
76ers.
First place anymore, so good
First
time
of all,
for it.
I ain't no bitch.
Wow.
Well,
aren't you a Debbie Downer?
Just saying, they're not in first since the first time since January 17th. It's
They're
good time
a half
for them.
game out.
Yeah, good time for him to return.
I thought this was a positive day.
It is positive. It's fine. It's good, Bob.
How about they'll be back in first by Monday?
Yeah, there you go. That's where I was getting.
Okay.
So
but he might not play on Sunday.
Well, that's the question. And we kind of hit on this before about exactly how does Doc Rivers handle the rest of this season as far as the players go. I said to you, I think Danny Green's going to need some time off and all that. But Joel Embiid is set to return Saturday. They play tonight in Cleveland, and then they play at home on Saturday against Minnesota. The tough part is, and John will be there with his daughter, Olivia.
Her first Sixers game.
Your first sporting event in a year, right?
A Braves
spring training, but that was like a year ago.
Yes.
So that's pretty exciting.
First.
Yeah.
I can't. You don't know the excitement that I've got for this.
No, I can imagine.
And if the girls were not coming in on a flight this afternoon, I would be at Citizens Bank Park in the stands. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you handle it? How would you guys go about it? You bring Joel back on Saturday, the 3rd. It's against Minnesota. Ideal situation in my mind, blowout. He gets 24 minutes, gets his legs underneath of him, whatever it may be. But let's go with close game, tough game, because it is your first game back from a tough West Coast trip, and those are always tough games. He's got to go 30 minutes. You might, if there's no minute restrictions on him. He plays a normal game. Then you have a game against Sunday at home against Memphis.
Against Memphis, though.
Yeah, and then you go on a 4-game road trip. So I ask you guys, how are you handling Joel Embiid right off the bat?
I am hoping for the scenario where I can get him out of there on Saturday night early, and that he'll be able to be used for minutes on Sunday night. But I'm playing to win the game Saturday. Sunday night be damned. I'm worried about Saturday night.
Okay.
Get that win. And if he could play 20 minutes Saturday night, 22, I'd play him some on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it all depends on how his knee responds after Saturday. I hate to say you judge it on the pre-court workout and how he's feeling Sunday, but it's a bone bruise. Something could get
This is what I don't understand.
I've never had the bone bruise, so I can't relate to it.
The bone bruise heals, and I read about it last night because I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
The bone bruise heals. The only way you can't re-aggravate a bone bruise.
No, it heals, and that's it.
Yeah. So there's no such thing as this injury being re-aggravated.
I feel like
a bone bruise
could be something.
No, a bone bruise.
Not saying he'll bruise it again.
Hey, is WebMD lying?
Yes.
No, they don't
there.
lie.
Don't go there.
By the head of WebMD?
Yeah.
O'Hara grad.
Good for him. I'm sure he's very successful.
Yeah, O'Hara grad.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So I gauge how he is on Sunday. I probably, if he's okay, I give him 20 to 24 minutes on Sunday.
So you would go 20 to 24 2 nights in a row? Because I wouldn't.
If I need him to play through some stuff, and if he's up for it and he feels good, yeah, play.
Well, he's not going to feel it. There's going to be general soreness.
There's going to be that's my point.
General soreness is not having played in 2.5 weeks,
or the face that Bob makes in meetings.
Yeah. No,
general soreness. General soreness.
This is wrong. I love our meetings.
General soreness.
Yeah, right.
I do.
That constipated look on your face.
So it's interesting. Back to back, and then you go at Boston, at New Orleans, at Oklahoma City, at Dallas.
I've changed my mind. He's sitting Sunday and one time on that road trip.
And look, you play Sunday at home.
One time on the road trip?
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
What are you doing?
Once?
Playoffs are what matter.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Playoffs?
See, this is why I asked this question.
No. You cannot throw away the 1 seed. You're throwing away the 1 seed.
I'm okay with the 2. I don't think it's the end of the world.
The second round series.
I need him geared up for the playoff. Like if he, even a hesitation of it doesn't feel great.
Ooh.
You're sitting.
All right. So here's what I would do. I go Saturday, full bore.
Yes, I agree.
You go Saturday. No matter what, you're out Sunday to me.
So no matter what.
I think I've shifted.
So then I go Tuesday at Boston. JoJo, you're a go-go. He's going on Tuesday. You're off until Friday down in New Orleans.
Okay.
You're a go again.
Yeah.
Saturday, you're in Oklahoma City.
You're off that game.
You might be off that game because then you can play Friday, and then you would be off, meaning Joel Embiid would be off until Monday at Dallas.
Yeah. OKC, you should be able to handle.
Your plan works, Bob.
I think that's the way I would go.
It works. You get, at some point, though, take the freaking training wheels off. You cannot aggravate. Gentlemen here, just jumping in right now. The doctor, you cannot re-aggravate a bone bruise.
I think I'm just talking more general soreness.
Yes, it's going to be general soreness.
Yeah.
Again, like Bob's face in a meeting. It'll be he has to fight through it.
See, Ricky Bo will be on my side on this because he's my man. Yes, he will.
He's going to know
How
that you
can you
have
tell
that
I
face?
have a sour face when I have a mask on?
Bob.
And I blame you, D'Amico.
Whoa!
I blame our boss.
He just went last name with the boss.
You can't read my eyes. That's not true.
I'm going to tell you this. When everybody votes it one way,
it's true, I
you've
guess.
lost the vote. Maybe you just have to poo before
I think
meetings.
Egan's on my side. He knows that I'm not sour in meetings.
We got a lot of stuff coming your way. By the way, Sixers and the Cavs tonight at 7 o'clock here on The Fanatic. There was always designed to be a fifth chair. There was always designed to be that chair where we would welcome in extended members of the John Kincade Show family, and we found the first. And we will do it next. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Steven Singer has got some news for you guys. There's a brand new rose color that he's offering for you for Mother's Day right around the corner, and Steven's got your back. His famous real roses dipped and trimmed in 24-karat gold now come in sunshine yellow. That is the Mother's Day color, and it is beautiful, and it sparkles, and it's got just a yellow glow that is going to make Mom smile. Steven has made his business in the love business. This past year, we've seen how everyone needs a little more love. And when Christina and Olivia got their Mother's Day, their roses for Valentine's Day, they loved it. Now for Mother's Day, my wife wants a collection. It is a win-win-win. It is a beautiful rose, sunshine that's going to last a lifetime. and you're going to love it because you'll be supporting local restaurants too, as Steven Singer continues to care about his community, catering to first responders and hospital heroes by catering in their lunch. It's awesome. You can't go wrong. You're doing good, and you're giving a great gift. They all come with a lifetime guarantee, a free personalized gift message, and more. Fast and free shipping. Simply say, I love you, or honor Mom on Mother's Day. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com and tell them Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
Infusion Suites. It's amazing. I felt incredible. And I received my infusion, got a flat screen TV. I was reading. It was relaxing. Learn more about Exceva's vitamin therapies at Exeva.com. That's AXIVA.com. Exeva. Replenish, recharge, relief.
Experience March like never before because fans are welcome at the FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. You can bet the bracket and watch every game live all tournament long on our 52-foot LED media wall display. And with tons of betting kiosks, you won't miss a thing waiting in line. Treat yourself like a number one seed. Get off the bench and into the action at FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Your home for college hoops all tournament long. Must be 21 or older and present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Philly. Shop Rally House for the latest Philly styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
Half man, half motorcycle. If you missed a turn, there's always another turn. Always. Take it to get back to the turn you missed. Use your turn signal.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents Roadside Assistance. Progressive Motorcycle for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Here's the good news. Even with high unemployment, there's still a need for hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. right now. And My Computer Career is training people to help meet the demand. No IT experience? No problem. Take the free career evaluation today at mycomputercareer.edu. Start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
O'Reilly. Cleaning your fuel system can make your car run better and improve gas mileage. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a bottle of Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner and add it to your tank during your next fill-up. On sale now, buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by and talk to our professional parts people today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The thing about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive is that by now you've heard a lot of ads about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. We probably don't even need the words, the Name Your Price tool, to tell you that our humpback whale pup gives you options based on your budget, or that our novelty hand buzzer helps you save on car insurance. And that's the thing about the tiny felt bag filled with marbles. At this point, you've heard a lot of ads about the elusive northern bobcat. The Name Your Price tool, the neighbor who baked you banana bread, only from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. But even in, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds up to a gig, with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks, and with security solutions that help keep your connected devices protected. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
Hey, $2 bill here, a.k.a. the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at $150,000. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Honey, we need to clear the air.
I'm sorry, and I promise it'll never happen again.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
The Bryant Evolution Air Purifier captures and kills up to 99% of select viruses and bacteria. And Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractors will do whatever it takes to provide your family with this healthier, cleaner air, including great financing offers on a new energy-efficient system. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Let's go. It's opening day, but I'm not the only one who's exciting. BetMGM is also excited, and they're going to give you an awesome offer. If you place just a $1 money line wager on the Phillies or Braves game today, and you win that wager, you'll get an additional $100 in free bets if you win. But there is a catch. There's always a catch. Catch is you have to use the bonus code PatEgan100. So head on over to the BetMGM app or BetMGM.com. Type in PatEgan100. And if you wager just $1 on the Phillies-Braves game, you win. You get an extra $100. They also have a great offer today where if you bet $25 on any game, you get $1 in free bets for every home run hit today. And that's probably going to be a lot of home runs. So discover BetMGM's innovative parlay selection builders, their promotions like the one I just mentioned, their boosted odds specials, so much more. And, of course, the offer today. Bet $1 on the Phillies Braves. Put promo code PatEgan100 in, and you'll win $100 on your bet. BetMGM.com. Paid and free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
And the 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by The Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag, and you can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. If you want details, go to bagster.com. I will tell you as we start this hour of the John Kincade Show here, we get rolling. When this show was being formulated in my brain, I always told management I wanted a fifth chair. I want like MVP level talent who becomes part of our family. Someone who can come and go, can bring us insights, some laughs, and some hard opinions, but having to fit in with our crew. I tossed out to the John Kincade Show family here who was the person we would need because baseball season was the first one to want to reach out to. And in unison, Cooney, Lynch, Egan all said one name, Ricky Bottalico. You've loved him as an entertaining voice of Phillies baseball. And everyone around this station was so excited to hear that Ricky Bo would be a regular part of our family every single Thursday at this time. Ricky, welcome into the John Kincade Show. We're thrilled to have
Ricky
you.
Bo in the
So
house.
excited to have
By
you.
the way, who was clapping right there? There was one person. Thanks a lot, guys.
No, I'm excited.
Thank you.
I was clapping right here.
I will tell you this.
I
Ricky,
didn't clap.
Ricky,
No,
there
of
are
course you didn't.
there are so few people. How about this? There are so few ex-athletes who have went through media circles.
Yeah.
Where you would get three guys on the same show to all say that's the one guy. They all unanimously said you.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Especially from Jamie. I'm a little shocked. But
Yeah, I was there when Ricky got his start on radio, man.
Yeah.
We go way back.
Way back.
See? So
Wait, Ricky was an athlete?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Now that'll be a discussion for
That's
another
just
day.
wrong.
That'll be a
All-star,
discussion for
John,
another
not just
day.
an athlete.
Yes, he was.
My man was
That
an
was
all-star in
wrong.
1996.
I would tell you though, Rick, is that I would hate it when if you've ever, and I bet your parents in Connecticut had this, when you have the dish, so you can watch. I watched Phillies games in the South for 20 some years, and if it was sometimes whether there'd be a rain delay or sometimes whether they would go late to cutting off the feed,
yeah.
I would get to see some of your rants.
Oh, I definitely ranted.
But the thing is,
last year was classic.
That's, to me, there's one word that I always thought about it: integrity.
Yeah.
Because so many people, I think, want to have the gig that they're not willing to speak their minds.
It's to me, it's not about having a gig or being on the TV. It's bringing out what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. That's really what I do on TV. If there's something that I want said, we'll be in the newsroom and you watch the game. There's 3 or 4 people around, and you're like, I want that on. We got to cut that. We got to lay that down, and then you keep that thought. You keep that almost. I know a lot of people call me Angry Ricky. I've heard that before, but you always have to keep that thought. Because if you lose the thought, then you lose the passion for it.
You know why they call you angry, though?
Because I get angry.
You get angry a little bit, but also, though, and Jamie, I think it's one of the best things about him is the fact is so many guys, and I call it out, and I've called it out locally here since I've been home, they shill for the team that they're working with or they're covering. And I don't like that. I think it's ridiculous. I think you're being paid. I'm paying Ricky Batalico for insight. I want to hear stuff that I don't know. And as a fan at home, fans want to hear your insights, and they want to hear the real story.
Yeah, well, obviously you want them to win. But, I mean, I don't know if Jamie saw me pitch, but when I used to pitch.
I did.
If I used to pitch, and you could ask any reporter that used to cover us, if you came into that locker room and I had a bad game, you're not getting a question in because I'm going to bury myself before you get the chance to. And I thought that was the right way to do it because that's how I was feeling inside. I didn't, you know what? I knew what kind of questions I was going to get. So I just figured I'll just lay it out there and be that guy.
You it makes it easier on yourself. Take the weapon out of their hands and use it on yourself first.
Well, there's a lot of shielding that goes on these days. I mean, I don't mean it like in a bad way. It's just the way the game has evolved. There's a lot of shielding of players. There's a lot of shielding of bad information or bad thoughts about a player. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to say what you're feeling.
And that's always a good way to go because you never have to rethink what you said because what you said is the truth, what you believe to be the truth. So it's not, I'm saying things because the company needs it. Ricky has the ability to say because he was a player. That's exactly why he's here, and that's why we love having him. What you say is what you feel, and you've been a part of the game all the time. If people like it or don't, that's on them.
Well, the one thing is I'm not blasting a personal part of the player.
It's not personal.
That's not what it's about to me. It's about where did you mess up on the field. You could bring up players, and you could look at a player and for 2 or 3 games and know what his baseball IQ is. Just by watching what he does on the field, his movements on the field. Is he picking dandelions out in the outfield? Is he kind of doing circles? Is he waving to the other team and playing with the other team? You know baseball IQs at that point.
I like that. See, that's insight, right? That's insight.
Well,
right
that's
there.
why I think Ricky's so great in the studios because he gives you the insight of the former player, but he speaks as though he's a fan, which I think deep down you are. But you're an analyst.
What do you first?
The passion comes out as as he speaks for me a lot of times.
I would say analyst. I mean, but I feel like. I'm an analyst looking at it from the seats. How's that?
Okay.
That's the way I try to be.
And that's what comes across. And I think that's why people resonate with you.
See, I never.
Yeah.
Or resonate.
Resonates. Did I say? I threw a G in there.
For the book.
Jeez.
By the way, we have a new game, Pat. This
mispronounced Jamie words?
Jamie words. What was Jamie?
Resonates.
We put the word out, and then what does Jamie actually think?
I think I combined resigns and resonates there and came up with a new word.
He just signed with us. We don't want him to resonate.
Don't resign yet, Rick.
Where's that paperwork?
It's just really, really good. It's so good to be able to have it, though, because this Phillies team, we're all in the same boat. We sealed in an envelope the amount of wins that we think this team's going to get this year. We sealed it away, and we'll open it up after the season. We all, though, appear to be in the same ballpark as the thinking this team's good, but potentially not great. Your gut instinct going into opening day.
I think you really kind of hit that on the head because if the bullpen does well, and
can't be worse.
I know. I heard John yesterday say we don't want to talk about last year because you can't really compare it. Because if it's worse than last year,
exactly,
I'll be in the hospital.
Look, if this bullpen doesn't improve by an ERA by 2 runs, if they don't improve by 2 runs, then it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I look at this. This offense is going to score runs. I think we all agree.
No question.
We all agree with that. And every offense is going to go in slumps. That's where you need starting pitching to pick you up. I think they have a very strong starting three, and I think they have an adequate, remember that word, adequate 4 and 5.
You said very strong starting three.
I think they do.
I'm pushing against you.
You have
Very
problems with Nola, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And here's my problem with Aaron
I think he's a great 2.
I have no problem with Eflin, which is completely different.
I think he's a great 2.
Yeah, see, the three of us are on that.
I think Nola should be number 2.
I think he's a great 2. I think Zach Wheeler. If we're assuming health, I think Zach Wheeler's the better major league pitcher.
See, to me, you better watch Nola's innings this year. Because look at what has happened in the last 2 years. A collapse in September and a collapse in September last year. But Semi. I mean, but he's not the same guy as middle of the season. He's great. Sometimes at the beginning, you never know what you're going to get. And then he kind of straightens himself out and he gets back into that 2 ERA scheme. And then all of a sudden, a couple bumps in the road at the end. And all of a sudden,
how do you manage innings?
What is wrong with it? It's not about managing the innings. I think it's about if you're up 6-1 going into the 7th inning, you have a bullpen that should be able to finish that game out.
Here's what I would ask you. What contender is worried about their pitcher pitching into the 7th inning of a first or second starter in the rotation?
I see where you're going.
To me, it's ridiculous, and it's one of the reasons why I think Aaron Nola was a guy who was pitched to this market as an ace, and I don't see him as an ace.
But I'm not worried about him going into the 7th. It's just what I would do at this point in time. I would lengthen him out. Like you come to August, then you start letting him play a little bit.
Right.
But I think early on in the season, I'm talking like an opening day. And I'm not talking about the Kapler thing a couple years ago because that was
opening
garbage
day,
in Atlanta.
and I was in the building. I'm watching that in the building.
I was banging my head on a desk at that point.
Insane.
That was horrible.
I was getting abused by like 30,000 people, though, abusing me, laughing at me.
You wouldn't have been at all of those games,
I
was
at almost every single one
when
of them.
When he brought in the reliever without anybody warming up, that was even better.
That was terrible.
Oh God.
That was so terrible.
I forgot about
opening series.
But I said it, though, Ricky, from the day Kapler was hired. And I've got the social media to prove it. I said, he's a freaking disaster. He is a shtick machine. He is shtick. He is catchphrases. He is motivational. I don't think the baseball IQ was there.
Oh.
And it wasn't. It wasn't there.
It was about his books. And what the book told him to do.
And coconut oil.
I don't know.
The minute he started talking about that crap,
I'm
coconut
oil.
He's a bizarre individual.
Well, we're going to play hard.
Yes, and I don't want. And guess what, Joe Girardi? I guarantee you this: Joe Girardi is not getting his eyebrows waxed.
No,
during a homestand.
Joe. So. I will tell you this much: Joe knows his baseball. Obviously,
yeah.
I mean, if you've managed the New York Yankees, I don't care if you're the worst manager in Yankee history. You know what you're doing. This guy knows analytics, but he also knows that there's a person. Well, there's a person on the field.
Sure. There's a feel for the game that you have to have.
And that is something that was 100%. By the way, that's what put me on a firework to take off, was that whole Gabe Kapler situation. He never should have been here in the first place.
Then why all the binders with Joe? I hear that from you, and guess what? You know a hell of a lot more about it than I do, but I brought it up yesterday. I've watched a guy like Brian Snitker for years, up close and personal. A guy who he hears the analytics, he takes them into consideration, everything, but in a game, he's not going to binders.
But Joe's the same way. I mean, let's face it. You're not using all that information in the binder. I don't even
want to see them.
But
during a game,
it basically says about every player. It has information. I mean, maybe there's something he needs to look up. He's not looking in it 24/7.
No, he's not. But it's an open look. It's a difference between an open book test and a test you've studied for. And I expect you only have to know the 27.
I don't think he needs the book.
Then why is it there?
Maybe it's just to appease everybody.
Why is it there? I don't think it's appeasing. Do you believe
the younger generation? They need to see that he's studying the notes.
Do you believe that Dave Dombrowski will allow his manager to make out the lineup card every day?
Yes.
That's all I need. That's another thing I need to hear, because I've been told that wasn't the case.
I don't know. I just think Girardi would say I'm out of here if he did that. Come on, think about it. Joe's been around a long time.
I would hope so.
I love it.
I would hope so, yeah.
I think Joe would be like, go get yourself another manager. I'm not a puppet.
Jamie seems very... Are you the most optimistic of us, or is Egan?
I think we're all pretty much right there.
But you think this team in a 5-team playoff field, which is going to be 2 wild cards...
I think absolute best case scenario is they win 90 games.
That is a best case. But where does 80? Let's say this. Where does 86
Doesn't get you?
You don't
Doesn't
know
get
that.
you, not even close. Yes, you
I'm
do.
talking about the NL East.
If the NL East beats itself up,
yeah,
Here's
that's
what I'm telling you.
thinking is going to happen.
86 wins does not get you the second wild card ever. Ever.
Could it win you the division?
That's what I'm saying.
What's your number?
Oh, this is going to be a black and blue division.
this is the best division in baseball.
Ricky.
Yeah.
I will say this much: the Phillies better show up for the first 13 games.
Yeah.
You don't
'Cause
believe
it could be
you
gone
could be,
right
or you could
there.
be buried. Now, the thing I want to tell you this: I believe there would be 2 9s put up in the division, 2 90
90s?
plus, 2 90 plus teams.
So you're telling me that the bottom 2 teams are going to be in the
Thumped on.
70s?
Not necessarily. I think there's going to be a central division where you're going to have 4 teams in the 70 losses, maybe 3 teams in the 70 losses.
Wow.
3 teams in the 70 losses in the central.
This well,
division.
all right, the Central, but the West is the problem. Right?
Well, San Diego,
Nobody's beating up on the
San
Diego's loaded.
San Diego's
Dodgers.
got one of the seats, and the
Yeah.
Dodgers have one of the seats.
Right.
So right now you're fighting for 2 seats.
Cubs or Cardinals.
You finish it first, or you finish in second.
Okay.
It's the only way you're making the postseason now.
Right, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a fight. It's
is.
not. It's not going to be. I don't think it's as simply drawn out as we think by any of the teams. And I'm not even going to go there because
go there.
I called them bottom feeders last year.
You mean the team that made the postseason?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Didn't we open the door?
I mean, seriously.
We
let
kind
them
of
in,
opened
yeah.
the door and
Yeah.
drove the limo for them.
Well, what was hilarious was everyone saying, well, the Phillies got disrupted by that week off, so that really disrupted their season. And I heard Phillies beat writers write that.
I thought they probably did.
The Marlins had the same week off, and they made the postseason.
Well,
That's ridiculous.
Well, because they just sat in their hotels and rested.
Well, you know what? By the way, it was a steakhouse. And I can tell this story now. There were a lot of stories. The Marlins, it was a steakhouse. I tracked the whole story down. It was in the town that I was working in. The Marlins went to a steakhouse out of protocol. And that's what they did to break protocol. They went to a steakhouse because there was a lot of stories that they were at a strip club.
So they were out, though.
They were out, and they were out not intelligently.
It doesn't surprise me.
And that's what it was. But it was a steakhouse that they went to. And it's, I think,
The whole team?
7 guys.
Okay.
7 guys. We had 7 names that we were able to name 6 of them, but they brought it back to everybody.
And that's when it was really kind of popping up everywhere.
Yeah,
too.
exactly,
That's what.
Well,
I
they
think,
weren't being smart.
By the way, I think that's why I was fierce at them. That night. I mean,
You were pissed.
I was mad that the Phillies weren't going to play.
Yes.
To me, if I'm on the Phillies at that point, I want to bury that team.
Yeah, and look, they can't do what they did last year versus the Marlins if they have any hopes of making the playoffs.
last few years.
Guess
The
what?
last couple
you
of years.
Said
yeah.
that, you said that opening day,
been a
19,
while.
20,
I know.
21.
It's every year.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Okay, give me an
It is.
explanation for that, Rick.
There is none. They're really. I mean, if it's that simple, I could just say, well, you know what, the starting pitching doesn't get it done. Maybe it's a lapse. I mean, that's a mental lapse is the only thing I could think of because you're a better team than them.
All right, here's an example for you. Who did
Although
you
their
have real
starting pitching's good.
Who did you have
Yeah.
real good success against? A big name player. I think we've
Barry
talked
Bonds.
about Barry Bonds. Ricky Bottalico owned Barry Bonds. This is my point. I brought up in basketball
That I'm
before
a
in
bottom
baseball.
feeder? Thank you.
No, for some reason there's a mental thing. Barry Bonds couldn't get it done against you. You were in his head.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a mental thing in sports that you just can't explain. Why do the Marlins beat up on the Phillies? Why could the Sixers not win on the road
Right.
last year? It's just
Here's
a mental
what I'm
thing.
going to say. Here's what I'm going to say to counter that. You can't show me the team that does that 2 or 3 years in a row to the Braves.
I agree. That's
You
why.
can't show
But
me.
that's why
So
they're
it's like,
But that's the mark
it's
of a good
you know what I
team.
mean? Like you can't show me that. That's an odd thing. So I wonder
Identity.
what's the identity. Okay, tell me more.
find your identity. You have to make sure that when you walk into whatever their field's called, that Marlins Field,
Marlins
whatever
Park
it is,
or whatever.
Marlins Park, you have to think that you're going to win every time in. And when they come here, you have to think that you're going to bury them every time in. I think the Marlins have put something in the back of the Phillies' heads.
Exactly.
That when they come in, man, this isn't going to be as easy as we think it should be.
What is the identity word, or do they have one for the 2021 Phillies on opening day? In your opinion, doesn't have to be a word. It could be a phrase.
Identity
It could be a
word.
phrase. It could be a word. Do you believe they have one?
Stand tall, I think it should be. And then the reason why I say that is because everybody.
Pat, we're sorry about that. Ricky's being very hostile.
Everybody
Pat, he's standing tall.
I'm on
Pat.
some phone books too.
He's
It's ridiculous.
standing tall right now.
Is he short? I
He's
didn't notice.
5'4", but no, we got a nice
Yeah, you
podium
didn't notice
there.
because you didn't look down.
My gosh.
Oh, that's right.
You shouldn't be hostile on day one. That's not really good.
Stand tall in the sense that you have to be the guy that's
Believe you're
above
good.
everybody else. Believe you're good. I mean, that's what it's all about. When I faced Bonds, you brought that up. It's a perfect situation. I really felt that I had the edge. Even when he's hitting these home runs and pointing that needle into his butt all the
Because
time.
of the success. There we go. But it
I'm
wasn't
looking
for more of that.
It wasn't because of the success. I think early on I was like, I know I'm the underdog going against this guy, but I'm going to stick it to him. And then boom, boom, boom.
Not the needle in his butt. You never did that.
No.
Just trying to verify.
Very nicely done on your part. No, that was very good on your part, though.
Just trying to verify. You said stick it to him.
But my whole thing was, how do you get that edge? Bob's seen me pitch a lot. I would throw inside a lot against him. He didn't like it, but I kept doing it. And you know what? When you continue to do something, it's always on their mind. Get that mental edge.
Should Major League Baseball players? If I was commissioner for a day, and I'd have a lot of rules that I want to impose.
I don't know if I want you in that job.
The Fugazi 7-inning doubleheaders I want out, but I would say no body armor.
Oh, I agree with that. I don't care about
that would be day one. That would be my thing.
By the way, I don't care about a little pad, but not this.
Not the armor.
Plastic
No, not the
ridiculous.
armor. No body armor. You can have a small pad.
It should not be bigger. It like a tenth of an inch.
Like a goalie equipment
fitting
can only be a certain.
That's part of the problem with baseball right now. That's why these balls are
guys
flying
aren't
out.
afraid.
That would be my day one. Day one, body armor goes and makes the game a more even matchup.
Light pads are okay. Body armor's gone.
Right. No more of those clanky.
All right, I don't hate that. That's not bad for your first job.
That would be my thing. So on day one, I'd get to come back, Bob?
I would say from knees down or knees up, you have to have form fitting.
Oh,
like stuff on your ankle.
The ankle's fine.
Ankles are fine.
That's why he would be your assistant.
Yeah,
because he'd
the
be
loophole
there.
I'll tell you,
catcher.
Fine
Ricky,
print guy.
Ricky, I got to tell you, Bob has actually made me change in 3 months of knowing Bob every day. I just credited him again today. He got me to. I'm a guy who can. I have a list, and I got a list, and I'll tell you, I'll grind you. You get on my list, and I will grind you to a nub.
Am I on that list yet?
No, not at all. We'll find out. But Bob convinced me that
You know what? You just made the list.
that the list can be exhausting, and if someone doesn't deserve to be on there, you're just expounding all the energy, and it's exhausting. So I am actually like,
Man, you got a little spinner in your head, don't you?
Rick, I've grown up since me and you just hung out and drank beers together.
Oh, he's nuts. You'll see. Oh, bonkers.
My wife and daughter call me Sheldon. Do you ever watch The Big Bang
Yes,
Theory?
I do.
They call me Sheldon.
Oh boy.
They're like,
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some fun.
I'm outta here.
And there will be times that you
You're
just want
only
to kill me.
You're only an
So
hour
it'll
a
be
week,
fine.
dude. You're like,
You got to do this every day.
I mean, you'll be allowed to kill me, and it'll be fun, but we're going to have a lot of good interaction and everything like that. We got lots to talk about regarding the 2021 Phillies. And
I also, John, I want to get his thoughts on the strike zone, the automated strike zone, because I haven't heard it yet.
I can't wait to hear about this. So we have so much fun. Ricky Batalco, now part of the John Kincade Show family, every single Thursday. And we are wandering, by the way, Ricky. You were told that, right?
Yep.
We're going to wander into other topics, too.
You could go wherever you want. You want to talk Flyers? I'm right there.
all-state football player over there.
Baseball.
Hartford Whalers, he's got you.
And football, too, right?
And
Gordie Howe, Mark Howe, Marty Howe. That's right. That's my ringtone.
Little brass bonanza?
Yeah.
You have a brass bonanza ringtone?
I believe it is, yes.
That is my hockey teams here in Philly when I coached. That's what we came out to. We had
Really?
brass, and when we scored a goal, brass bonanza.
Oh,
and it drove the
No one cares.
Drove LaSalle crazy. Yes. It's the Ricky Batalco joining in with the entire John Kincade Show family here on 97.5 The Fanatic. It is the best time of the year right now. You're gambling. You're gambling right in the palm of your hand. You're using the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. It's absolutely awesome. So I'm watching a game, and I'm maneuvering how I think the second half's going to go based on my personal expertise. If you see my balance, the personal expertise comes and goes from night to night. But you know what? It engages. It's fun. It's exciting. And the Parks Casino Sportsbook app is welcoming you into the family right now with a $500 risk-free bet when you go to parkscasino.com and use the promo code FANATIC. If you love fantasy sports, you will love the in-game wagering. It's absolutely amazing. And right now, too, you want to make some futures bets? Baseball today. The season's beginning. So you want to get in, you test your expertise. We put our numbers in an envelope. Put your number in the Parks Casino Sportsbook app and make yourself some cash. It is a fantastic time. You'll have a lot of fun with it, and I love the in-game wagering. It's Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Play ball! The 2021 baseball season is finally here. Check out Anthony Gargano today as he broadcasts live from Chickies and Pete's on Packer Ave in South Philly from 10 to 2 p.m. Baseball and the Cuz. This is 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now.
On-site estimate and check out their hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. The Bruciana Roofing experts will explain their options and give you the peace of mind that you're dealing with the best. Call 610-265-ROOF. That's 610-265-ROOF or PARoofPros.com. That's PARoofPros.com. The Bruciana Roofing, the Shingle Master.
Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride?
Welcome to the show, America. This is Ford Truck Month. Get the best deals of the year on the only trucks built Ford tough. Drive home the all-new, completely redesigned 2021 Ford F-150, the legendary Performer Ford Super Duty, or the adventure-ready Ford Ranger. Work or play, count on Ford trucks to get the job done. But hurry, Ford Truck Month is one show you don't want to miss.
Welcome to the show.
HVAC contractors and technicians, you want a fast, accurate, and easy-to-use way to test air conditioning systems and heat pumps that won't test your patience? Check out the next-generation digital manifolds from Testo. These new digital manifolds feature a large graphic display, smartphone integration, and a rugged compact design. They're fully smart, fully wireless, and field-ready, just like you. If it can be measured, Testo can test it. Visit Testo.com to find a local distributor near you or order online at Testo.com. Testo, be sure.
Macy's VIP sale is going on now. Get an extra 30% off the latest spring arrivals and all the brands you love with your coupon or Macy's card. And get 15% off your go-to beauty picks, the newest in skincare, makeup, fragrance, and more. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
The Navy Federal More Rewards American Express card transforms your everyday missions, so you can turn your commute fare, next stop 8th Street, into tickets for an awesome night out. And turn your grocery run into a trip to total relaxation. Get 3 times the points on supermarkets, restaurants, and on gas and transit. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Over to the Armed Forces, the DoD, veterans and their families, insured by NCUA. American Express is registered service mark of American Express. Used by Navy Federal under license.
Wendy's is serving up the hot breakfast of your dreams. From the sweet and savory honey butter chicken biscuit to the breakfast Baconator with 6 strips of oven-baked bacon. Wendy's breakfast will leave you floating on air. So don't get burned by bad breakfast ever again. Ow! Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's and get the breakfast you deserve. We got you.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
You never really stop riding in your mind. Never. Unless you're thinking of something else.
Like other thoughts. Progressive Motorcycle also presents Roadside Assistance. Progressive Motorcycle for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Gear up for the ballpark, Philly. Shop Rally House for the latest Philly styles, including the most popular Nike jerseys and the best selection of throwback gear.
Eagles, Sixers, Villanova, Penn State, Temple, Phillies, Flyers, don't be late. Rally House, Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House.
Shop in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Now they can let Jalen Hurts play this whole year. And if he plays well, they've got their quarterback of the future. And if he doesn't, no team is better positioned than the Eagles in 2022 to go get the quarterback that they need.
Adam Schefter, every Wednesday morning at 8:10 a.m.
Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
68 teams started and only the best have survived. DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new customers in the center of the action. Bet $1 on any tournament game, and if your team wins, you win $100. It's that simple. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using code FANATIC. That's code FANATIC only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply in partnership with Meadows Racetrack and Casino. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
There is nothing bougie about this show. Look, I'm the only guy in here from Delco.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome back to the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Check out NBC's Law & Order Organized Crime tonight. After 10 years, Stabler's coming home. Christopher Merloni returns in Law & Order Organized Crime. It premieres after Law & Order SVU tonight, a crossover event tonight on NBC. And guest starring on the John Kincade Show every single Thursday at 9 a.m., Ricky Pitalico.
Would I be called a guest star anymore?
No, you would be, your name would come, though, you'd get like the Ricky at the end of the credits when it's like in the first scene.
But that's always good.
And it would say, and Ricky Pitalico.
As himself.
Which is a great spot to be. Great spot to be. That's where you'd want it to be. And we want you to be yourself here. You said you can wander too, right? You can wander.
Wander wherever you want.
Okay, you can wander with these things. Said is the, because trying to figure out.
You want to wander real quick? Ricky,
Yes.
would you ever buy a vagina candle for your house?
I don't want to wander there.
Okay. We're getting limitations.
Yes.
But why would you? It would melt.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it does melt. It does get warm.
It does get.
Wouldn't it melt too quick?
And it gets waxy. So basically, and it gets waxy.
There is moisture.
Turns into a regular camera after first use.
That's really you don't want.
So there you go, John. Ricky can wander.
I said yesterday, and I got, and I always say this. What we've learned is that we will talk about sports, talk about the Phillies, talk about the Flyers, talk about the Sixers, and we will go off on topics. Stories will come up. And that's what we will get bombarded with.
Okay.
People with an opinion on that.
Makes sense.
And I had one yesterday because I said, if you're a single guy,
right,
and on your kitchen counter you have a scented candle. Dude, guys do not do that.
Candles are good, though.
No, a candle's good.
minute.
No, wait a minute. You may have a mood setter for the boudoir.
No.
I like a nice smell.
A scented candle in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think you're. Yeah, we're all against
show
you
a
on
little
this one.
class. Let your place smell
a little
class.
class.
At least not like sweat.
Yeah, you don't want to smell in like a locker room.
Yeah. Well,
How long were you single?
I was.
What age did you get married?
I was married for 10 years. I got married when I was 28.
Okay, that's a good age to get married, right?
Yeah, I was 27.
I should never have done it. How's that? Except for I did that.
What's a good age to get divorced, Rick?
Yes,
you do.
It's
immediately
really good.
How's that, Bob?
By the way, we have the opening day lineup is out.
All right.
Would you like it? Let me call up mine to
I'm
see.
going to
Where's
tell you
the
right.
drum roll?
How
You
about
can-
this? I will tell you right now that I'm not going to like it. I will just predict I'm not going to like it because I
Just
think
by
he's
the way
not,
you said it?
No, I think he's not going to do what I want him to do.
It's going to be the second hitter that John doesn't like.
Yep.
Quinn?
Leading off, left fielder Andrew McCutchen.
Right.
Batting second, first baseman Reese Hoskins.
What the frick? Seriously?
Batting third, right fielder Bryce Harper. Batting cleanup, your catcher JT Realmuto. Batting fifth, Alec Boehm.
I had that
I like
wrong.
that. That's tasty, though.
Number 6, Sarditi. Then you have Segura 7, Hazley 8, and Nola 9th.
You can't bat Hazley ninth. I think the pitcher's got a better chance of hitting a sacrifice fly.
Oh, boy.
Getting a ball in the air to the outfield.
He's got bones to pick with Nola, Eflin, and Hazley.
Hazley hits more dribblers than anyone I've ever heard. Now it's 300
You're
at
talking
bats.
last year, right?
No, I'm ready to start. Now, Rick, I'm ready to start fresh. But what I want to see is I want to see Adam Hazley in the first month. I want to see an outfielder having to catch it on the warning track 3 times.
He could go after a ball.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with him in the outfield.
I love his fielding.
I love mythology stories.
I think he can
so
go
I'd
after
like
the
to. I want to see it happen.
What I don't want to see at bat is Travis Lee.
Okay.
Okay, I think you guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A little, okay, I just get the job done. Right. I don't want to see that. I want to see a little bit more intensity from
Adam Hazley, by the way, will get no more cheap shots on me about the three dribblers. I watched enough last year. Today's a fresh start.
All right.
Fresh
Positivity,
start.
John.
But guess what? It will come back.
Yeah, sure.
And it will come back with a vengeance, and he gets a good month. He gets a good month. I mean, we're talking 50, 60 at-bats to see if things have changed. I'm not going to judge him on one series.
That's fair.
I'm not going to judge him on 2 weeks.
Is it wrong I don't love Realmuto as the cleanup hitter?
I don't
like it either.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're doing here. But what are you really doing with Reese Hoskins?
I want Harper at 2.
You're telling him it's okay to walk every time
Yes.
again. I want to see him swing the damn bat.
Why do you have a guy at... This
I
is
like
where I'm
Reese
saying.
at 5. I could see Boehm.
Guess
Yeah,
what?
me too.
Guess what?
You'd put Boehm 4?
I could see him at 2.
No, Rick, how about this?
Harper doesn't
just
want
ride,
to be
ride
at
with me a
4.
little bit here. How about you say McCutchen, Harper, Boehm, Realmuto, Hoskins?
That works for me. I mean,
It works for me.
You know what? The thing about JT, you don't love him in the 4 spot, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he takes that and says, well, I'm the cleanup guy.
He's going to do what he does, yeah.
I think he just goes in
Yeah.
there and takes his at-bats, and that's that.
And he's probably your most reliable hitter, too, right? So I guess you'd want that at 4?
Do they really have a 4?
No, they don't.
No, so that's why I'm fine with Alec Boehm being put into the 3 spot. And if you had to drop him to 5 or 6 later, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Because it's. I don't believe what I saw last year is and enough people in baseball saying, man, this guy's got a clutch gene to him.
Batting 5th, though, I mean, he might have a lot of ducks on the pond out there for the taking this year.
I don't understand why
It's not a bad spot for him.
Reese Hoskins at 2. Right now, I am convinced this organization has some obsession with Reese Hoskins.
Well, I mean, he has an exceptional understanding of the strike zone.
I do not believe that if every other manager in the National League East was asked to had the Phillies players to think would make out that
I would
lineup.
love to see that exercise. What other managers would do.
Let me ask Ricky this. Forget what we want Reese Hoskins to be, right?
What is he?
Yeah, if you have on paper what he is, does that equate to a pretty decent number 2 hole hitter that he gets on base an awful lot?
Well, because he walks, yeah. I
know,
I guess,
forget it. Yeah.
But my issue is, how's he getting a second?
Correct.
How's he getting a third?
There's not a lot of speed there, yeah.
No.
Correct. It's the top of your lineup.
I need somebody with at least. That's why I said Alec Boehm, because he could run a little bit, and he's.
So you're switching Harper and Boehm. I want Harper too.
Well, I think you could go a lot of different directions. I just don't think you actually have a number 4 hitter.
Yeah.
Per se. I guess Didi would be the one guy that I would say, well, there's your 4.
And you have Gregorius at 6th? He's batting 6th today?
Yeah.
That's a strong 6.
That is a really strong 6. But Reese, he's first baseman. I'm sorry. To me, that's a power position. I need you to swing the bat.
He's got lead in his ass.
Yeah.
But I mean, too, is that you want that when you have lead butt, you're supposed to be hitting 3, 4, 5 in a lineup, right?
You're supposed to be hitting 4th and hitting
4,
the
5,
bottom
or
of the
4, 5,
yard.
6.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I don't get it. This organization does things, and I was but this is Joe. This is on Joe. If this doesn't work, this is on Joe.
Well, it's one game.
I get it.
This
No.
is not going to be the end-all, be-all lineup at this game. Might be the right guys, but it might change.
Hey, these guys both predicted it.
I thought you were going to call bozos.
No, they both. No.
Plenty of time for that.
No, they both predicted it though. That this is exactly what he was going to do. Hoskins at 2.
Yeah, I don't.
And I couldn't believe it.
I don't love it because of his speed. Once he gets on, let's say he does walk. You need how many hits to get him in?
Seriously.
Hopefully Harper's hitting 40 this year.
And Harper runs the base as well.
Yeah, really
so you're
well.
clogging it up
And
for
Alec
him.
Boehm runs the base as well. And you've now stuck a 18-wheeler in front of him.
There's not
in the
actually
left lane.
many guys on that team that do not run the bases.
Yeah, except Reese.
And you just clogged him up by batting him second.
Yeah, it's weird.
Could have.
I'd rather have him 5 than 2.
Forget the extra bag, right?
5, I'm not complaining.
5's a great spot for
5
him.
would be fine for Reese
Especially
Hoskins.
against a lefty. I think you put him at 5. That gives you a better opportunity to get some runs quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, what's the number one thing you heard on sports radio when you were a player that you would roll your eyes and say, these guys,
idiots.
What the hell are they talking about? Like there'd be some observation that you'd be hearing that you'd say, oh, God, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I have no idea.
Really?
I really don't.
You didn't ever
care.
listen to the radio and say...
I did, and I didn't care, though. I was just one of those guys who, all right, whatever, they're ripping me apart. I guess I got to take it. I already did anyway. So go ahead, get your shots in.
And that's what makes Ricky a great analyst. And I'm not kidding when I say this, because as a player, you could take it. As an analyst, you feel you can dish it out, because why not? I took it. You should be able to take it.
There was one thing that really bothered me because it was a lie, and I'm not going to bring up the person that does it. He still does something here in town. But when I was playing on the 2001 team and Bo was
He really
here,
separates the tea leaves.
there was a reporter out there that put my name into a article and said that I disagreed with everything Larry Bo was doing. I never said a word. As a matter of fact, I love Larry Bo. What do I give a crap? Sitting in the bullpen and my phone's ringing, my name comes in. What do I care who the manager is? Think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
What do I care? Unless it's abusive. Unless you're that's why Francona and I had a problem, because I felt like I was getting abused in the bullpen because we didn't have a freaking bullpen. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care who the manager is, but this person railed me and said that I was one of 3 guys in the bullpen that has been ripping apart Larry Bow. And I went right up to Larry Bow and said, I don't dislike you. I said, as a matter of fact, you and I are good. I said, I don't know where this came from. I never said a word.
The law firm for injured workers. Ricky was injured in that case. He could have called Martin Law. Martin Law would have taken care of him. Visit PAWorkinjury.com. He could have sued somebody for that.
My shoulder's still shot.
Egan, you are Billy Mumphrey.
A cockeyed optimist.
You are the cockeyed optimist.
Let's go.
What is I want Ricky to stop you. You're only allowed to make a statement of something you believe about this Phillies team, and Ricky will stop you when he takes issue with your statement.
Oh, God.
With a statement. So give me a random statement about what you know about the 2021 Phillies, because he is the most optimistic amongst us, Ricky. You stop him when you think the statement he makes is
It has to be
questionable.
100% false.
Like or just questionable.
All right.
You question it.
Adam Hazley will show why he was drafted 8th overall, and he will solidify.
Thank you. I mean, number one. Thank you. Here's number one, though.
Why'd you start with that?
What in the world does that even mean?
No.
Number 8 overall.
Whoa.
Means he's a legit center fielder in Major League.
Garbage.
True.
Take a good look at draft picks all throughout history.
Hey, Nat was taking over Cody Bellinger.
It means that your organization didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
Okay, but that doesn't have anything to do with Adam Hazley, so you can't even go there to
No,
start
it does.
with.
It matters what you invested
You could
in
have said Adam Hazley will hit, 275 and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I would let you keep going, but he went to number 8 pick, and he's going to stand up. So he's telling me that he's going to hit 330, hit 40 home runs, and have 120 RBIs. That's what he just told me.
Didn't say that.
Go on.
That's how it came out.
Guess what? If you're going to be the 8th pick
if you're
in the
number
draft,
8 pick,
you're expected to be good.
He's going to solidify himself.
What number was Mike Trout?
He was
10th?
23. No, he was
20s. He was in the 20s.
Mike Trout was in the 20s, so you're telling me he's better than Mike Trout, so that could stop.
You don't think he is better than Mike Trout?
By the way,
Call the DEA.
I've been home for 3 months. I have already met numerous people who either struck out Mike Trout, played with Mike Trout. Every bar I've been in, I swear you, I've met somebody that's like, Oh, yeah, I played against Trout in school. Yeah, I struck out Trout once.
Everybody did.
But his
wow,
is
he
the
must
name.
have really sucked in high school.
But his is the name.
College,
His is the name that keeps coming up.
Before Trout, it was Porcello.
Okay, I didn't see Rick
everybody.
Porcello,
Everybody that I knew in college struck out Porcello or beat Porcello in high school.
Trout was 25th.
There is nothing like now. Sal Tunis used the seam heads. Is one of his things. The seam heads. Seam heads guys are the Springsteen song "Glory Days." Guys who played baseball in high school or whatever are the biggest glory. It's not football. It's the Glory Days baseball guys because they watch it and they believe
but if
that
they played big time college, they're not like that anymore because they realize how much different that becomes.
What they say is, I got injured. junior year. I hurt my arm a little bit.
95.
The Red Sox were looking at me.
I get told by parents of 10 and 11-year-olds that their kid's getting scouted. Hate to tell you out there, your kid's not getting scouted at 10 and 11.
We call that the Al Bundy violation.
Give me another one.
Exactly.
Egan, you got shot down in the first one. Your bullet-ridden body's by the side of the road.
Jeez, okay.
Try again.
Well, no, you just said I'm bullet-ridden body. Scott Kingery will be back up and produce.
Oh.
Are you stopping him?
No, because I think Scott's going to figure. I mean, wait. What do you mean by produce, though?
He'll hit above 270.
Yeah, no, that's not. I mean, will he come back? Yeah, I think he'll come back. I think he'll contribute. I mean, if he gets 30 or 40 at bats, he may have some good numbers.
Pat, now you're bleeding out.
Yeah,
the medics are there.
And by the way, Pat, just so you know, he has to completely change his swing back to where he was, and that's not going to be easy anymore.
Well, it worked for Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, it really did, didn't it? Yeah.
You can do it.
Let's go.
You might have thoracic outlet syndrome.
Do you have another one, Pat?
Yeah. Aaron Nola will finish top 3 in Cy Young.
No. I think Wheeler has a better shot to finish top 3 in NL Cy Young than Nola will.
You're starting your ace in game 2.
Fangraphs has Nola as the 9th overall best pitcher in baseball right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was 6 on FanDuel.
Where's Zach Wheeler?
I'd have to go back and check the list. I would imagine somewhere between 15 and 20, maybe.
Barring injury, Zach Wheeler will be the ace of the Phillies.
But here's what else happens. You usually have one guy come out of nowhere every year, right? In your top 3.
Sure. Yeah.
Then you have DeGrom, so he'd have to be the next best. And I
mean, now you can't even count on Kershaw anymore because of the injuries.
Nah,
you can't count on the
Walker Buehler's a stud.
Oh
they have 4 or 5 over there that can go.
Yeah. Do you look at organizations like the Dodgers, like the Braves? There are copycat. They always say in the NFL it's a copycat league. How come in baseball it's not?
Because you can't. You can't do it. Look at how the Dodgers have done it. They've gone a lot of young talent, and then they've mixed in starting pitching, and they're starting pitching second to none right now. You just can't come up with that. You could say, okay, I'm going to do that. And
Dustin May's like a 5th.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean?
The dude throws gas with movement too. My whole thing is it's in baseball, it's hard to prototype somebody. And if you're going to prototype, okay, I look at the Dodgers starting 5, I'm just going to prototype. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Now, you just can't do it.
I need to know about Ricky's background, and I don't need Ricky to answer the question, but I'm saying I am assuming, and I'm in bias because I'm thinking Connecticut, Bob, that Ricky grew up more like a Lynch than he did a Kincade.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here's how I'll put it. I'll put it that Ricky probably had the capabilities to grow up like a Lynch. Like it was all there for him. But Ricky was getting his knees scraped and his nose bloodied out in the streets.
I grew up very working middle class family.
So did I, for the record.
My parents.
In Connecticut?
Yeah.
In Connecticut, what was that?
Middle class.
What's middle class in Connecticut?
I don't
like Norwalk, Connecticut.
Did you have a
is not great. You know what I mean?
Did you have a 2-car garage?
When I was little, no, one.
One car? Well, you had a garage. See, I believe that's always one of my parameters.
We had a 3-bedroom house with 5 people in it.
Okay. That's not bad.
The basement was finished, so that's where we went and trashed it all.
See, I didn't even have a finished basement.
All right, what I would say is this, is that if you did not, I don't think if you grew up with a garage, I usually don't think you were That's the.
I know there was a
That's
garage
always the
'cause I broke the
differentiation
windows in
between
it.
middle class and working class.
We had a garage, but neither one of my parents drove, so it didn't really matter.
What did you do with the garage, Bob?
I threw the
stuff.
baseball against it.
My day always consisted of, let's say you have school, right? Get up, go to school. Okay, you come home from school. What would I do? I'd be out playing that sport that was going on at that point during the year. Like if
And
it
come
was
home
hockey,
for
we'd go
dinner.
out and play street hockey.
Right.
If it was football season, we'd be out playing football. If it was summer, forget it. I never left the park.
If Ricky was a dad of a boy, he would not have been one of those specialty baseball parents. I guarantee it.
My dad?
No, you.
Oh, if I
you
had a
were
boy?
a dad to a boy, you would not have your kid playing 160 baseball games and be getting all other sports.
No chance.
You got to play
I
all
would
the sports.
I would make sure you play every sport, get your enjoyment out of everything you can. What is the fun of being a one-sport wonder? When
don't
you're
know.
a kid, I'd never understood that. I mean, at least think about this for a second. When you were young and you're like, wow, I want to go do something. None of your friends around? It's always basketball. You can bounce and go shoot some hoops. That's cool, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can go to the schoolyard by yourself anymore. But
Yeah.
back then you could. I was 7 years old going by myself. I didn't care. And I just think if you know other sports, you get different perspectives on things. You get different ways of showing your athletic abilities. And it helps. I was a catcher in college. That helped me pitching in the minors.
Your favorite baseball player?
Of all time?
Today. No, today playing the game.
A favorite? Oh, Freddie Freeman.
He's awesome.
There's nobody better than that guy.
Awesome guy, too.
That's a great pick.
Nobody
I like
better.
that.
Tremendous guy.
And by the way, talk about a guy you look at and know he's got a good baseball IQ. There
Really?
you go. Oh, number
he's
one.
fantastic.
That guy, I would start any team around. He is unbelievable. He's a great fielder. He's a great clubhouse guy, and he can rake all fields.
And he is a clubhouse leader by example.
Yeah.
Not by his voice.
That's fine with me.
He is a leader by example.
No, but he's
hard work ethic. But he always said Chipper rode him like to no end to teach him the way to be the leader.
Yeah, good.
And said, here's how you do it.
Well, that's where there was something lost here.
So is Bryce going to ride Bohms?
Is he going to teach him?
Is he going to teach him?
No, I think the game, a lot of the game is changing in a different way. Okay, I'm going to say this.
Say it.
The participation trophy thing,
Yes.
I think that changed the world.
Yeah.
I really do, especially in sports. I think it changed the world.
Hypersensitive.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it. I just think. I mean, it's funny because my daughter, they're in that age bracket.
Right.
My youngest daughter, when she was little, 7 years old, she'd be like, "Why are they giving me a trophy? I didn't deserve this." I'm like,
Good job.
I don't know, but good for you.
Somebody wants to say hello. It's Natural Lawn of America, 800 free seed. You're going to have just agree to.
Because
What's going on, man? We got opening day, dude. Live and Chickies and Pete's. You got to come over.
no, I have to go do my other thing.
Come on, man.
I got to be on NBC.
Come on,
I got
Ricky
pregame.
By the way, Ricky, you've just been punked. Because
That wasn't him?
that is a celebrity impersonator doing Anthony Gargano.
There's no way.
Yeah,
in
do it
hell.
again. Yes, do it again.
Come on, Ricky Ball.
Are you serious? That's not him.
Ricky Ball.
It's April Fool's Day,
No,
dude.
it's not me.
It's April
Yeah, it
Fool's
is.
Day.
It's definitely it's him.
No, it's not.
Yes,
By
sir.
the way, I need you.
That's definitely him.
My little guy is all he's doing is playing baseball. So to what John said, I'm doing the opposite. And
He's making his kid go to 3-hour
Good
baseball
move.
practices.
Why don't you make him? Go stand in left field for 3 hours and check balls.
Dude, every day the kid wants to go out and play. So I all kidding aside, he loves the game. So it's like a dream of mine. The fact that he loves the game and he wants to play all the time.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you love the game, you just don't want him the
No,
burnout.
I agree. Listen, John's right. We were just joking.
We're just
around,
joking around.
But he's actually he's all right. He plays on his little travel team. So, but it's funny how it works, right? Like they go, it's like 3-hour practice we had the other
It's
day.
Crazy. Well, when he makes it to the majors, and you can get some bets on him, and there's still time to pick a college basketball champion and get the best odds in the country. Do some prop swapping.
Load up on Massimo.
Do some prop swapping with us. Go to PropSwap.com, where America buys and sells sports bets.
Ricky, kick off your season. We'll see you later today on television.
Absolutely. 1
Can't
o'clock,
wait.
NBC Sports.
And we will see you every Thursday here with the John Kincade Show. We're so thrilled to have you.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Let's
Thanks,
hope they
guys.
don't give you a
Good
reason to
first
be
day.
angry in postgame today.
I like Angry Ricky.
And don't
No,
say
I
so
don't
do
know.
I.
Yeah, but we want to win.
But I
don't
like
we?
Happy Ricky.
Usually, opening day isn't the end all be all.
And at no time today do you say, blue paint! It's in the blue paint! Let's say, hey, have a great
Couldn't
day.
get through a show without it.
Opening day is here. Bob and Jamie and Pat and John, have a great one. For Ricky Patalco and the whole team, have a great opening day, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.